Hello, everybody, and welcome to America Week. It is the day before the 4th of July, a Thursday, and this is the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic, where we are broadcasting live from the CRC Mega Complex in Uptown Scottsdale. Right over there, slipping the gizmos and sliding the things, the doohickeys, and that's Triple H. Right over there, that is Ralph Romano from the Weekend Warriors, part of that incredible threesome on your weekend.
It's incredible.
Don't talk about my threesomes.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure they're incredible.
Like a power threesome. My name is Randy White. Jeffrey O'Brien on vacation once again today, and we're hoping that he will come back.
Yes.
At least on Monday.
Are we?
We're hoping. Two of us are.
Okay.
One of us is not. Here on
I'm paid to agree with him.
You are the you are the fourth dimension. Texting in at 888-368-1580, and the show runs because you text in, and you know how it goes. Whatever you want to talk about, we talk about. I mean, generally, within reason.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do. Somebody texted in at 3:46 a.m. Another one at 9:21 a.m.
3:46 a.m.
Yeah.
That could be anything.
And then T-Licious gets the first text of the day saying, "Happy Friday on Thursday, gentlemen. Good afternoon, Randy and Harris. Suck it, Ralph."
Good afternoon, T-Licious.
Right there.
It's the first thing out of the box there. Bruno Baller says that was quite a storm we had came through here last night. Looks like the monsoon has arrived. Yes, but that's not really the monsoon. No, George, it's not Tostada Thursday. No.
He's trying.
Bruno Baller. This was part. This was the remnants of that Hurricane Flossie down there in the American Gulf. The Gulf of America, Jack.
America.
Gulf of America.
Can you just hear the eagles flying overhead?
Oh man, I can just hear them. I can just hear them soaring.
And so that was the remnants of that. But all the moisture that came in. This is your chief meteorologist speaking here. Mm-hmm. All the moisture that was brought in by that could signal the beginning of the monsoon season, and we could see some late afternoon thunder boomers here in the valley.
And Randy, if you're saying that, then that probably means it's true because you're very well connected as a meteorologist. I mean, you have your meteorology degree.
At 27.879% of the time, I am correct 100% of the time.
Wait, what? 28.89%?
27.879% of the time.
879%.
I am correct 100% of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, write that down. You'll need that later. We will have a quiz later.
Hey, that could be a Hall of Fame batting average.
Maybe. Mr. Wilbur says, double suck it, Ralph. Go Cardinals.
Wow.
I don't know where all the hatred for he has not even he has literally said wow twice on the show.
Mr. Wilbur, why don't you go online and watch this? Oh, you can't.
Wow. No slow-mo, Zoe. We're not naming the days. Jeffrey will not have that. And we're not going with Throat Punch Thursday. Although that is a nice, that has a ring to it. Like your ears ringing when you get punched in the throat. The Beef says, go Hawks.
Go Hawks, baby. There's a good text.
Now, how do you know he's talking about the Sea Chickens?
It's the only person. It's the only team he could be talking about.
Could be the Atlanta Hawks.
Nope. There's no one pulling for the Atlanta
It could be the Deer Valley Sky Hawks.
They're terrible.
I'm saying there are other Hawks than your beloved Seattle Sea Chickens.
There's only one Hawk, and it's a Seahawk.
Don't they not exist? Aren't they not real Seahawks?
They're real on totem poles only.
All right. So the beef has confirmed it is the Sea Chickens. He said Sea Chickens, baby. So just the tip says as long as we're on the subject of texts with reason, Randy, are you up on drag racing? Well, maybe. I was loving the Summit Norwalk NHRA race on the weekend. Multiple times where Higher ET won the race. Was up. Oh, and bite me, Ralph, bandwagon fan. Wow.
What?
Dang.
Bandwagon for?
I mean, They're also the Blackhawks. That's right, T-Licious.
Oh, that's
the Blackhawks.
Forgetting
I'm sorry, Bruno Baller. Blackhawks.
Nope.
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks have one of the coolest uniforms in sports, by the way.
And they suck, so no.
The Blackhawks?
The Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks, Randy. Yes. But one of the coolest unis in sports.
Well,
can't tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, okay.
It's up there with those pinstripe Yankee uniforms.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this, all right, Ralph, but just settle down, okay?
Okay, I'm going to wait, hold on.
Settle down. I just want you to settle down.
All right. Go ahead.
LA Kid says, how about those Dodgers? Clayton Kershaw is 3,000th strikeout. Freddie Freeman winning it in the 9th. Dodgers are America's team. No, Dodgers are not America's team.
No, he's 100% correct.
Except for the Dodgers being America's team. I'm sorry. No,
he's 100% correct. He's accurate. That's a great text. Text of the day so far.
75% accurate.
Now I know how Jeffrey feels when he calls me.
I'm just saying, to see Kershaw throw 100 pitches and get that strike, that's what I'm talking about.
LA Kid.
Well, we'll talk about that in just a bit here.
All right. Whole segment.
No. Moist One says about 8 seconds, maybe. We'll mention it in passing.
Segment.
We'll go right
8
by
seconds.
it.
8 segments.
Moist One.
Hey, that's a long time, Moist One.
I can't say that on the radio. Moist One, what are you doing? Bruno Baller, the Chicago Blackhawks are sometimes known as the Hawks. Yeah.
Not really. I disagree with that.
I agree 100%.
They're the Blackhawks.
Rough Rob says, now settle down, Ralph. Go Dodgers. That's what he said.
There we go. Go Dodgers.
See? Firefarter says the Pittsburgh Penguins have the best hockey. I'm going to save you here, Firefarter. Sweater out there. An angry penguin instills fear into everybody. Yes, Penguins. I agree. It does.
Penguins are very angry creatures. Like, you don't want to mess with them. You don't want to mess with them. You see them waddling around, and you get caught into their cute gimmick, and before you know it, they're after you.
No. It's like a bunch of mini fat guys. I don't buy that. No.
Oh, it's a
There's
cute
no
gimmick.
fear there.
It's a cute gimmick. No, there's fear.
No fear.
Just wait till one comes at you. Slaps you in the face.
Yeah, listen,
you never know.
There's never been more fear instilled in you than when a penguin is charging after you.
Have you met my wife?
Pippi, he was kidding.
I
just saved you, Ralph.
Is that her name, Pippi?
The Beeve once again says, right on, Harris, home or away for Blackhawks?
Both, man. But I like the white ones. The white ones are really, really cool. Love those white sweaters.
LA Kid says, when the Dodgers win the World Series yet again this year, you will have to acknowledge our greatness, Randy and Harris. Go Dodgers.
Oh, I already acknowledged the greatness of the Dodgers. I'm not saying I don't.
What are they going to do when we three-peat? That's what I want to know.
That hasn't happened since the 90s.
How about we win this year first?
Okay, done.
Done. T-Licious says, Ralph isn't some pansy. He can take it. He just roots for sorry-ass teams.
I know. All my teams with all those trophies, they're so sorry, Ace. So, yeah.
Big George, I think you're right about that. The Arizona Coyotes did have some amazing sweaters. Yes.
They had some solid ones.
They did.
Some solid ones. They were cool.
Some amazing sweaters.
They were cool.
All right, 888-368-1580. Oh, my God. I just got them cleared off, and here they come again.
Here they come.
We'll come back to you in just a second here. But so last night, Ralph, we just lost you. Can you still hear us? Oh, okay. I just don't see you. And there you are. I don't know what you did.
He's playing peekaboo.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he is.
No, I hardwired instead of Wi-Fi. So,
so last the old hardwire.
So many things are going on. Snakes were in action last night, but let's get this out of the way quick so Ralph can go ahead and have his jollies. Kershaw joins the 3,000 club last night. Took him 100 pitches, and I wasn't sure he was going to get there. I'll be honest with you. The way that it was going last night, I didn't think he was going to be able to make it, but he did. He ended up making it. Reached 2 strikes with an opposing hitter, and Dodger Stadium rising to their feet. I think there was something like 54,000 people there last night.
Yeah, normal
crowd.
That. Normal crowd.
Normal crowd. Yeah. And he went ahead and he struck out the batter. I don't know who the batter was.
Let
me look here. Vinny Capra, that power hitting stud from Chicago. Vinny Capra, the White Sox's savior this year. He worked Kershaw to an 0-2 count, and then he let one go, a easy moist one. Okay, we're just getting started here, moist one. And you already came in with that.
He never takes a day off, Randy.
Thing I can't say on the radio.
Yeah.
A backdoor slider that caught
sweet.
the outside corner. Freezing the mighty White Sox power hitting Capra at the plate for his 3,000 strikeout. What do you think about that?
You asking me?
Yes.
Oh, I just wanted
The
to make
Dodgers
sure.
fan.
It's your team.
The Dodgers
not my
fan.
team.
Yeah.
It should be your team. You'd have better hats and you'd win more. Anyway, what do I think about that? I honestly, that way, if you're a true Dodger fan, if you bleed blue, that was an emotional moment last night because you've watched Kershaw come up from the minors and you followed his career, and he's just such a good guy. You love the guy.
Yeah.
You pull for the guy, and to see him fight through it because Kershaw's, a little long in the tooth now. He's getting a little up there. And he has trouble, even getting past 90 miles an hour. And he had some struggles last night. He had an inning where he really struggled, but he hung in there. And he was determined to make that happen. And to see it happen on that last pitch, and just see his family there to share it with him, and then all the fans, the way they reacted, and his teammates, and Dave Roberts. It was awesome to watch. It was a great experience. It was history. Like I said yesterday, you're going to see history, and it's always cool to see history in sports and remember that later in your life. So that was a history-making moment. It was emotional, and I'm really, really happy for him.
Well, good. Now, I have a couple other questions I want to ask you, but the first one is Kershaw joined a trio of left-handers in the 3,000 club. Can you name the other three?
Ooh. Is Carlton
left-handed pitcher? Steve Carlton.
I saw it already, so I can't.
You're disqualified.
I'm disqualified. I saw it already.
Triple H.
Yeah.
I don't think Randy Johnson played long enough to do that.
Randy Johnson is another one.
He is on there.
Ding!
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Well, he was impressive.
One more guy
when he wasn't in Arizona.
And
And
you do it.
who's the other guy?
We might have to put the clock on you, sir.
Not Steve Carlton. Not Steve Carlton. I feel like there's a time bomb next to me.
No,
I don't know.
There's not a time bomb
I'm
next
sorry.
to
Okay.
Who's the third one? I give up.
Are you giving up?
I'll take 2 out of 3.
All right, you're taking 2 out of 3. It was CC Sabathia.
Yeah, Fat Boy. That's right.
I was going to say, think recent.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
But I think there was only 3 or 4 guys that did it for one team, where they stood with that one team their whole career.
Well, these three, there was Carlton and
Sabathia.
No,
he was
not
on 2 teams.
Sabathia.
He was not,
Carlton and Kershaw are the only ones that did it.
Are they the only 2? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing to think about, that one team, and you did it with that one team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is
You don't see that.
remarkable.
You're never going to see that again.
No.
Yeah.
You're not.
No, definitely not. We can't get starting pitchers out of the 5th inning. You'll never see a complete game again. You'll never see a no hitter again. You'll never see a perfect game again, because these little daisies that are going out there now can only pitch into the 5th inning.
You won't see one in Arizona, that's for sure.
You know what had to be cool for him last night was to have his kids there and have them see
I
it.
saw that.
Oh, it wasn't his whole
Very
family
cool.
there?
His whole
Yeah,
family
the whole
was there.
family was, but his kids are old enough, I think, now to understand it, especially his boy.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think that as an athlete, that's probably one of the most gratifying things I bet you can get.
Now, let's go to the other side of the coin last night. Your third baseman went off the field being helped off the field, and it was a gruesome knee injury. So what do you think about that?
All-star Max Muncy, who's having an all-star year, who will be an all-star this year. I saw that knee bend backwards the way it's not supposed to do it. To me, that knee is gone, and he's gone for the year. They haven't said anything yet. I don't think I've heard that yet, but I'm assuming he's out for the year. That looked really ugly. I feel bad for the guy because he had such a bad start to the season, and boy, did he turn it around, and he's killing it. He's one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now.
Yeah.
And to see him go down like that when there was all these cries for them to replace him in the first month, it's a shame. Is it going to hurt the Dodgers? I don't want to say no, because you don't want to lose a guy like Muncy, but they'll be able to replace the bat, obviously. And we'll see what they do. I have a suspicion, And it's a suspicion that you might see Nolan Arenado in a Dodger uniform in the next 2 weeks.
Well, of course,
yeah.
because you guys have the money to go get him. But
And I don't think you need him. I really don't, but I think it might happen anyway, just defensively. Right now, you'll probably see Kike over there, but it's a sad day.
Yeah.
Well, they've called up Estuary Reese.
He's an outfielder.
Dodgers calling up Estuary Reese following the Muncy injury.
Yeah, they're just because they're clearing the spot because they know Muncy's done. Have you guys seen anything officially yet?
I have not. The only thing I saw
Undergoing an
was he's
MRI.
undergoing it. Yeah. Thank you.
And the third base market is going to be really interesting because these last couple of days, the Yankees have been rumored to be looking for guys at that position too.
Yeah.
So you got the Yankees and Dodgers in the trade deadline looking for a third baseman. That market's about to get very interesting to watch.
Oh, the Yankees are going to beat you to them.
Yeah, I don't really care if they get him or not. Kike could play third.
He can.
There's the other guy that's just
Kike can't hit like Muncy, though.
Well, Kike hits in the playoffs, and that's all that matters.
He does it, but
the backup
yeah.
Miggy Rojas could play third. They've got guys that they can put in the position. It's not an issue. They got a kid down in the minors that could come up and play third. He's solid too. But I have a feeling they'll go after Arenado. We'll see. I don't know if they will, but I think they will.
What would that profit them to go after Arenado?
Just to have that defensive, reliable glove at third. I think you wouldn't go after him for his bat because his bat, I think, is questionable. But I think just to have those sure hands at third base, where Muncy was becoming those sure hands, he's been getting so much better. But I think just to have that guy there, a guy that does it every day.
Yeah,
so
I can see that.
We'll see. I mean, I don't want to discount Muncy because I love the guy. Great story if you really look at his story. He's just done such a phenomenal job this year. It's a shame to see him go down, but is it going to kill the Dodgers? And it's not. Their depth won't.
I have an interesting twist to this.
What's that?
What about Eugenio Suarez?
What about him?
Maybe he could be a third baseman.
Yeah,
that someone could get, that the Dodgers could go after, that the Yankees could go after.
Eugenio Suarez were the Diamondbacks.
Yep,
he ain't going anywhere. Son.
He could be interesting.
Yeah, we're still playing.
If the
I don't see the Diamondbacks selling him off.
If the Diamondbacks want to get a bunch of guys in the bullpen and get stronger there,
well,
he could be someone they could sell.
I mean, if you look at, I got to give you credit. If you look at it that way, that's smart because there's a lot of talent down in the minors on the mound, and that Lord knows the Diamondbacks need the mound work. So
yep, that's what I'm saying.
That would be a smart move on their part, which is why they won't do it.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've got that bad taste out of my mouth,
oh come on!
I'll tell you what. More of your text. We'll talk more baseball. Snakes at home last night. How did that 3-game series end up? We'll talk about that next on the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender? Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC.
Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's Veozah.com.
I'm Angela Gonzalez, reporting from Phoenix. We're talking with the community about Phoenix Police Department. Ma'am, what do you think?
Oh, I love them. They're our local heroes. We've had some problems around here with break-ins and people using drugs on the streets. The police work with our community to have a presence in our neighborhood and keep our streets safe.
Thank you, Phoenix Police.
Gracias a la Policía de Phoenix.
Thank you, Phoenix Police.
Rise to serve. Find more today at joinphxpd.com. Protect and serve with the elite.
Sponsored by the City of Phoenix.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend. October 31st through November 2nd. Experience the thrill of NASCAR racing at Phoenix Raceway. October 31st, it's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. November 1st, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it all culminates with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship on Sunday, November 2nd. This event will sell out. Go to PhoenixRaceway.com for more. Don't miss the NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Get your tickets now.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Is Harden in play?
Oh, to go back to Houston?
I saw that they Rockets have an opportunity to add some massive salaried players.
Well, I saw Jaylen Brown still being rumored for that as well.
And that Harden can leave the Clippers due to some option.
Now that's a super team. If they acquire James Harden or Jaylen Brown
and
Durant, that's a super team.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at 9 a.m. on 1580, The Fanatic.
I don't know, Ralph. I like my hats. Welcome back to the Daily Blender on 1580, The Fanatic. All right. Nice colors. I don't know why they changed.
I like the purple ones.
Yeah. I don't know why they changed them from the purple and teal and all that stuff.
I'm a big fan of the early 2000 uniform.
Yeah.
I think it's a really nice uniform. I don't like what they've done since.
Yeah, I think they changed it because of the Rockies. I've heard that as a rumor because they have the same colors. But man, those unis were sick, man.
They rock.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were
Yeah. All right. We talked a little bit about Kershaw joining the 3,000 club last night. I feel that this was he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy for him. The guy's been there, done that. What else does he need to do?
Another title.
Anyway, let's go to the text line real fast before we get back to it. The Beef says, what? Get another Max Muncy might be too cheap. Okay. Hey, Ralph, maybe you guys should go to Oakland to get another Max Muncy. He might be too cheap for the payroll. Maybe he could also work at the concession stand.
I would hope that Oakland would never let Muncy go. That would be a big mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
They do have a good Muncy, though.
Moist One has a good Moist One has a good point here that Steve Carlton actually pitched for the Phillies and the Cardinals. I forgot about him going to the Cardinals.
But didn't he get to 3,000 before?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't know. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I think the Dodgers could use Shohei as a reliever for the rest of the season.
Why?
I don't know. Why are you doing that?
We're going to make him a starter.
Mm-hmm.
He did not. He did not get to 3,000 before then. So Kershaw, was there one other guy?
Kershaw must be the only guy. Must be the only guy.
No, Sabathia did too, didn't he? Or did he?
No, he pitched for the Brewers.
For the Indians for a while.
He pitched for the Brewers, the Indians, and the.
So was Kershaw the only guy to get to 3,000 on one team?
I think so.
I thought there was 2 or 3. Now I got to look it up.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't found anyone. Clemens pitched for a ton of different teams. Trying to think of other guys. Randy pitched for different teams. So he might be. I
haven't pitched for several teams. I don't know what you're talking about. I was a catcher.
Yeah. You were a catcher.
So I really wish you would pay attention on the show.
There's two other guys, but these are older guys.
All right.
So Walter Johnson.
Yeah.
And Bob Gibson. Those are the only.
Yeah,
other
but
two.
Gibby wasn't a left-hander. He was a right-hander.
No, I'm talking about just pitchers. Period. That actually did it with
pitchers.
the
Yeah,
win.
Walter Johnson
Okay.
for the Nationals.
I don't know what he was. So
He was in like early 1900s. He was really
1907
good.
and 1927.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you guys think I'm old, but I'm not that old.
I
LA
thought you
kid-
were at those games. Oh,
Thanks a lot, Ralph.
I mean, you said you told us you have been catching a long time, Randy.
Okay. Both you all are on my list today. Both of you. LA Kid says, I'm not too worried about the Dodgers. They'll get Eugenio Suarez and dominate the division for years to come. Spoken like a true Dodgers fan, LA Kid. You keep that up. Bruno Baller, we're down to 63 days or 9 weeks until the kickoff of the 2025 NFL regular season.
Okay, I have another guy. I have
Very
another
good.
guy too for a trade. How about Ryan McMahon from the Rockies? That could be one.
You go ahead and get him.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's in a terrible situation right now, and his batting average isn't great, but he rakes. He hits the ball hard. He has
His batting average isn't good right now, but he rakes.
But he rakes.
Yeah, he works on the Crown Crew. He helps with the
Mm-hmm.
raking the dirt and stuff.
He hits the ball super hard, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that would help for the Dodgers.
Who are we talking about again?
Ryan McMahon for the Rockies.
Ralph's taking notes. He's going to call the leadership at the Dodger Central as soon as he's off the show.
Brian Hayes, maybe,
I'll
but
get
he
back
is
to you.
kind of struggling. So, McMahon or Suarez would be the two who I think the Dodgers would reach out. And the
Suarez will
Yankees.
never happen. So
You don't think?
the Diamondbacks are not going to trade in division.
Then again, I don't know.
And
Maybe
I
with
wouldn't
the
blame them
Yankees.
for not doing that.
I don't know, man. I mean, you need some guys on the mound. So, Ralph left again.
Oh,
I keep leaving.
Why you keep doing that?
Wait, where's that voice coming from?
I don't know.
Is it coming from the ceiling? Is
So
it-
let's go on to some real baseball. Diamondbacks in action last night to get the Giants
Wow.
going for the sweep. And it wasn't to be. Boy, they were down early. Merrill Kelly,
Yeah.
when I saw him leave, it was 3-2. Snakes were down. They kept kind of grinding away at it, but the Giants were holding them in check. And the game went on and into the 10th inning where the Giants scratched one across. After the Diamondbacks came back, it scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game up. It was final at 6-5 final score there. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm having. Let me put my glasses on.
There he is.
Hell,
He's
guys.
back. There you are, Ralph.
Okay.
He
All
put
right.
me backstage. That's not nice.
So
You did that yourself.
you got Perdomo, who's starting to warm up. He got 3 hits and 3 chances at bat last night. Scored a run and had a couple of walks. Ketel Marte just continues. Your starting all-star second baseman, Ketel Marte, is doing well as he has been all year. Pavin Smith, he was okay. He was 1 for 2 last night. The Diamondbacks, once again, their bullpen gave it up to him. Miller gave it up, and he got the loss last night.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Giants, they scratched out one. They had a chance to take a series, and they couldn't do it. They scratched out one. So the Giants have begun their midseason free fall, and nobody's happier about that than Ralph, of course.
Because I think we knew it was coming, right?
You know, we
figured
it seems to happen every year so far. Lately,
Well, they were playing over their
yeah.
heads.
Yeah, I had a suspicion that they were just playing a little bit more. The expected stats were a lower on them than what they actually were. Their output was, and so yeah.
I mean, when they got Devers, everyone thought, okay, this is going to really help. I did too, but it seems like since that point, it's gotten bad.
Well, Devers finally got off the snide last night. Had a base hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. The thing about this isn't a game for the Diamondbacks where you can blame the bullpen. Like the hitting just was cold to start. Like it's Rupp, right? Landon Rupp or Raup. I forget how you pronounce it, but he had those hitters cold in Arizona. And props to Merrill. He battled. He had a struggle of a first inning, but he stayed in there and he rallied. And the Diamondbacks eventually were able to get some hits. But man, I mean, Ketel Marte, holy crap, that hit was freaking clutch in the 9th inning. He showed he's an all-star starter for a reason.
Well, I as much as I appreciate what you said, I would have to put it on because Jack Woodford came in last night, gave up 2 runs.
Okay.
And then Miller came in and he gave up the winning run. Remember, Miller's supposed to be our quote unquote closer,
It was
end
in-
of the game guy.
Yeah, it
and
was in
he
the
once
10th inning,
again feeds up another run. So
Yeah. It was in the
I-
10th inning, extras. It was tied up. Like giving up a run in that situation, it's not necessarily blowing the game, but it is one bullpen being better than the other. I'll give
well,
you
I mean,
that.
try to tell the Diamondback faithful that. I mean, because all they've seen as of late in the first half of this season is the
Blown
Diamondback
saves.
bullpen blowing the game.
Blown saves. They are at the top of the league, right near it, with the Red Sox and blown
Exactly.
saves this season. Yeah,
Exactly.
I know.
And
But this
so
game
when-
wasn't one of those, like, just blame it all on the bullpen. Like, the hitting was really cold to start the game.
Well,
I think
maybe
that takes some blame there, too.
But I got to tell you, this team should not be grinding out wins like this. This team should, especially against the Giants, who you've handled quite well. I mean, we didn't beat them by 15 runs or anything, but we handled our business against them in the first 2 games, and there was no ifs, ands, or buts. The Diamondbacks were going to win those games, and then you come out in the 3rd game and you play with kind of a lackluster effort. I mean, you go out there and you have an opportunity to put this away and sweep for the Diamondbacks and give yourself some opportunity
needed,
to move forward, get some confidence in this team.
Yeah,
and you go out there and this is the way you play,
especially against a team that's reeling right now.
Right?
They have been cold. That's true. Giants have.
I mean, I'm sorry. I as a layman here, and I'm not a coach. I all I did was play some ball. I have to give it the 2-eye test, and what I see is a team that came out and they weren't hungry enough for a sweep.
I want to say something about the Diamondbacks that's an encouraging sign. Even though they did not sweep the Giants, still ended up getting the series.
Okay, yeah, they got more game.
Look at the NL West right now. Okay, obviously the Dodgers are the distant one. The Padres, they're slumping. The Giants, they're really slumping. The Diamondbacks, for everything that's happened this season, are only just a few games away from being second in the NL West, which you would have seen the season at the start and seen what the Padres were doing and seen what the Giants were doing. Anytime the Diamondbacks finishing second in the NL West in May or June would have been far-fetched. But despite everything that's happened, this division is getting more and more open. And there's something that's something to pay attention to.
3 games behind San Diego. They had a chance to close within another game because San Diego was playing yesterday.
Ice cold San Diego, by the way.
And they've been up against the Phillies, and the Phillies haven't been playing great as of late either. So the Diamondbacks had a chance to, like they did in the first 2 games, to come out and win this game. And I don't know where their passion went.
What you meant to say was the second place spot in the division is getting more open.
That's what I said.
No, you just said the division is more open.
No, I didn't. I was talking about the second spot in the division.
Look, 5 times. That's what you said.
I implied it. I said
5 times. That's what you said.
All right, Ralph. I specified in it that the Dodgers are the clear one, and after that, it's
All right,
more
I
open.
just want to make sure we put that out there.
Oh, no.
I don't
It's
want
true.
to have to come down to the studio. All right, we're good.
It's true. No, 5 times.
I will say this though. I did not expect at this point with all the injuries the Dodgers to be up by 8.5 games.
It's scary.
But
It's
they've gone on
scary
a tear since June. I mean, where they're 24-7 or something like that.
So,
Something
yeah, they've
ridiculous like
won
that.
8 of their last 9 games.
It's kind of surprising. So I didn't expect this, but I think to your point, the Diamondbacks are not out of the wild card. And I still think they can easily finish second in this division and make the wild card. They just need to get some things together.
Well, they need to get some things together. They need to get some pitching. They need to get some starting and
they got to make a
relief
move.
pitching.
They got to make a move.
Yes.
I mean, you're talking about Suarez. Last night he was 0 for 5 with 4 Ks. You can have that.
But he's been really good this season. I mean, come on.
He's 250 back.
Come on.
He's
And
not-
he is slugging.
When someone has a 250 fat, they're not really good.
That OPS is like 830. He's
That's
slugging.
great.
He's slugging. That's really
slugging
good.
into a 250
You know
average.
it. You know it.
Anyway, but
Team could like to have
they
him.
need to go after some pitching. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. They need some bullpen help, and it would be nice if they can grab another starter.
Yeah.
But I don't know
100%.
if that's going to happen. So
The Diamondbacks are playing the Giants today.
yeah, I think they play again, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a 4-game series, I think.
It is.
Oh, I thought they were done playing the Giants.
They play
Pardon
tonight,
me.
6:40.
My bad.
Yeah, they play again. That's all right, Randy.
because I'm. Oh, this is July 4th.
Yeah, you got Brandon Pfaadt going,
and then they play the struggling Royals on Friday, who we probably expected more from this season as well. So,
yeah, I mean they're not doing well.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what they can do. Robbie Ray ate us alive last time we played the Giants, and let's see what they can do. Can the team come out with some passion tonight with Brandon Pfaadt on the hill? Yeah, he's got a 5.38 ERA, but Brandon Pfaadt has pitched a wonderful season so far. He's been one of the most consistent pitchers that we've had on the team. Merrill Kelly is becoming one of the most consistent pitchers we have.
He is.
Zach Allen had a wonderful game earlier this week. You hope that continues, and then you've got Ryan Nelson for the first game against the Kansas City Royals. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But Diamondbacks need to come out tonight and put another notch in that win column. Right now they're playing 500 ball, and like Ralph has said, and like we're starting to see, this is a very mediocre team. Very mediocre indeed.
It's got to kill you that Robbie Ray has been pretty good since he left you.
Yeah, and I don't know how we let him get away.
Well, he wasn't that great as a Diamondback, but it seems like the second he left, all of a sudden he became a great pitcher.
So what does that say about our pitching?
Well, I think it says a lot about your pitching coach. Yeah, I mean, pitching coaches that you've had over the years. I think it says a lot about it because it seems like there's a few guys like this that have left. All of a sudden, they find their way on the mound.
Yep.
And then we get a guy like Brent Strom in here, and we let him get away. So
yeah, I think the one guy that actually has come in and made a difference, you get rid of.
Yeah. I played against Robbie Ray's high school in basketball. Fun fact. Yep. Played against him.
What high school was that?
Brentwood High School.
Oh.
He was really good in high school, but he was not on the basketball team. I would have been like 7 years old, but I did play against his high school. A lot of good players come from there. So
thank you.
Of course, guys.
Thanks 5 times.
Yeah. Of course. That's what I'm here for. Yep.
Let's go to the text line at 888-368-1580. Chief Skoll says, the Dodgers need players like Ralph needs another hole in his head.
How do you know how many holes I have?
That's a good point.
That's a great point, Ralph.
You've never seen my head.
Ralph, just the tip, wants you to know, LA versus the Yankees since 1988. LA has 16 first-place division wins and 2 World Series. Yankees have 18 first-place division wins, 5 World Series. Who's America's team?
Right now, Dodgers.
It would be just the tip that's texting you that.
Hey, just a tip. What happened last year? Could you let me know? I don't remember.
Is just a tip a Yankees fan?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
I never knew that.
T-Licious, it's a 4-game series they play tonight. Yes, thank you. I apologize for not being on top of the standings. Big George, going back to my original text, Torey Lovullo blew the game yesterday with his clumsy lineup and bullpen decisions. Why the hell are you pinch hitting Tim Tawa just to have him strike out? Big George is really angry.
Gotta give him a chance.
Let's take a break. And when we come back, we've got more stuff to talk about. And I don't even know what it is. It's the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Listen to our live stream on your phone at 1580thefanatic.com.
Whoa. More fiber?
What?
Down here, buddy. It's me, your spoon. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, but Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Discover the 4th of July sale at Target. Save 20% on clothing and swimwear for women, select cookies with Target Circle, and up to 50% off Sun Squad sporting goods. Get ready for a fireworks-worthy celebration with patriotic cookies, fun sports gear, and of course, spectacular fits. The deal's in July 5th, so hurry and get 20% off apparel, select cookies with Target Circle, and 50% off Sun Squad sports gear, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school. Quit hogging the bathroom! Stop!
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. One fake fentanyl pill could cost your child their life. Learn how to talk to your kids at TalkNowAZ.com. This message is sponsored by Substance Awareness Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canyer, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
We talk sports. 1580, The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Thursday, July 3rd, on America Week. Tomorrow, of course, 4th of July, Independence Day. Amongst the contiguous 50 states. I probably said that wrong, and I don't care.
Okay.
Just the tip says, I was born in a New York City bedroom community. I was born in a hospital. Harris?
I was born in a hospital too, Randy. We have so much in common.
Ralphie?
Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital.
There you go. So thank you, Just the Tip. 888-368-1580 is the text line for the Fourth Dimension to jump in. This is the Thursday/Friday show because we will not be on the air tomorrow.
What?
Ralph will be loading ammunition for the 4th of July.
Yes.
Harris, the lovely lady coming to town this weekend?
The lovely lady is on the road currently.
okay.
So she is on the way.
So that means you'll be sick on Monday then. I'm taking it.
That was a good one, but let's hope not. Let's hope
Good
not.
one.
Wishful thinking.
All right. So moving along here, this first hour is I unapologetically been baseball.
Yes,
and I like talking baseball. Bruno Baller. Yes, there will be a Weekend Warriors show this Saturday. Same bad time, same bad channel.
That's right. We are putting it together right now.
So the All-Star ballots have been brought in, tabulated, and the starters have been named. 2025 All-Star Game starters revealed. And in case you're wondering, the All-Star Game's July 15th. You can watch it on Fox.
Yep.
I kind of say like the Fox guy does.
Fox.
This weekend on Fox.
Like the robot. Remember that guy?
No.
Fox had that robot.
A robot?
Yeah, the football robot.
Fox.
That wasn't a robot. That was like a Decepticon.
It's like a Transformer.
It was like a Decepticon.
Decepticon.
Fox. Anyway, so here's your starting lineup for the American League if you are an American fan. What? What?
Where's that boo coming from? I think I need to kick it out of the stream.
Starting in as a catcher for the American League All-Stars, the Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh.
for the
big
Mariners.
dumper.
Amazing year that kid's having.
He's having a crazy good year.
Yeah.
I mean, if Judge wasn't playing out of his ever-living mind, he'd be an MVP.
I absolutely agree.
How can you qualify that statement about Judge playing out of his mind? What do you mean?
It's crazy.
I mean, he's just putting up crazy historic numbers. Yeah.
I thought he was just doing what he normally did.
What he normally
Is it-
does
is
is that,
it-
yeah.
It's true.
It
Just
is
hits the
true.
ball
That
out of
is
sight.
that is true, I guess, Randy.
Okay, so Cal Raleigh, the catcher for the Seattle Mariners. I know Moist One is happy about the big dumper. Let's go to first base now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from the Blue Jays. This is his fourth selection, and we'll talk about whether it should be him or not. Second base is Gleyber Torres from the Tigers.
Yep, deserve it.
At shortstop, Jacob Wilson for the A's. This is his
Absolutely.
first All-Star selection.
Congratulations.
Both of those guys, Torres and Wilson, first All-Star selection.
That's awesome for Jacob Wilson. I'm a big Jacob Wilson fan.
So am I. I mean, Jacob Wilson went to GCU. So
He
that's
did.
talk about that. That's a major story for the local kid. He's also the first ever rookie to start at shortstop, I believe. Am I wrong? That's what I saw.
He might be. I think he might be.
Yeah,
And
first
the
ever
most
rookie.
important stat is he is a friend of the Weekend Warrior show.
Is he really?
He is because
Wow.
we know his parents really well.
Yeah. Okay. So I heard. I remember I sort of followed his recruiting battle because he was supposed to go to LSU, but he ended up going to GCU instead. Which people were like, why would he do that? Like, kind of perplexed because of what LSU baseball is. And so I've been following Jacob Wilson a good amount. He's
really
good.
happy
Man.
really happy for him. He's having a great year.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Y'all have that. So cool.
All right. Wilson is the first A shortstop to start the All-Star game.
Yep, local kid.
since Bert Campaneris back in 1973
I remember
through
that name.
75.
I know you remember that name.
Who, me? No.
No, me. Yeah. Oh, I remember that. The Swinging A's. That was back in their heyday.
Yep.
Third base, Jose Ramirez, the Guardians' third baseman. That's his fourth All-Star selection. And the designated hitter is Chick Hearn.
Oh, he's dead.
Hang on, let me put my glasses on. I may have gotten that wrong.
I was
He's been dead for a few
just
years.
a second here. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Ryan O'Hearn. He's the designated hitter, the Orioles DH. So that is the American starters. Let's go to the National League starting lineup. Ready?
Wait, real fast. Ralph, you have any complaints about that American League lineup? You think they did a good job? I think they did a really good job.
I'd have to take a harder look at first base, but other than that, I think it's a good job.
Yeah, I think Bregman would have been in had he been healthy for the full season. But I mean, J-Ram's as consistent as they come. So I think they did a great job on that. Hats off.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. All
I
right.
like it.
The National League, the Dodgers catcher Will Smith, the first baseman, Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman, second base Dodgers second baseman whoever, Dodgers shortstop whoever, Dodgers third baseman. There it is. No, I'm sorry.
That's what it should be.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Will Smith. That's his first starter election. And this is his third All-Star game.
He is having a
Well
year, though,
deserved.
and he is killing it this year. He's the best catcher in the game right
Is he
now.
leading the NL in batting
Leads the
average,
NL
I
in
believe,
batting,
too?
yep.
Like, he
He's-
is hitting everything.
He's killing it.
Yeah.
Great player.
Well deserved. Yeah.
First base is Freddie Freeman. This is his fifth starter election.
He's
And,
another one. He's batting over 300.
This one had some controversy because of the year that Pete Alonso is having. And it was really close. Really close.
Well, Pete
you
can
can
just
make the
shut up.
argument
He's
for
a
either.
runner-up. We'll talk about all this in a minute.
You tell him, Randy.
He's on the damn team. Relax, okay?
Yeah.
Second base, Ketel Marte of the Diamondbacks.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's the biggest pick of the entire All-Star selection.
Was it?
Right here.
Yeah.
It's Ketel Marte.
The biggest. Mistake.
Because you know why? Because the runner-up was your Dodgers second baseman, some guy named Eggman or something. I don't know his name. Hell, his name is
Edmund.
Yeah. Is it Edmund?
Yeah.
Okay, Eggman. Let's see the shortstop Francisco Lindor for the Mets, first starter selection. Third base Manny Machado for the Padres.
Yep.
Well, sorry, Max.
Well, Max would have played anyway. Yeah.
In the outfield, it's Ronald Acuna Jr., Pete Crow Armstrong, and Kyle Tucker.
So,
and now we can go back, and we could talk reserves if you want to. But
did you talk DHs?
What?
How about DHs?
He said DHs.
Did you say DHs right? I missed that.
Yeah.
Did I
he
say?
said-
Did I miss the DHs?
He
remember.
actually missed. He missed the NL one. He said the AL's Ryan O'Hearn.
Who's the
Ryan
DH in the
O'Hearn.
NL? Who's a DH in the NL?
Do I really need to say it out loud?
I wasn't sure who it
As-
was. I hadn't seen it yet. Who was
As
it?
if it's some like going to be somebody other than
I'm just asking for your wisdom because I hadn't seen it.
the Dodgers. DH.
Who's that?
So
So let's go back and talk.
by the way, the Dodgers had a starter or runner up at every single position.
That's right.
They're gonna
have at
single
least 8 or 9
one.
guys on the All-Star team.
Oh my
Dude, their
gosh.
team is an all-star team. What do you expect?
Every single one. They had a starter or runner up. Goodness gracious.
Even
All
the
right.
ball boy.
Insane. Probably.
The ball boy is
I mean, heck, put him on there. Just keep up the theme.
Okay, so let's talk snubs. Kid, you're the one that made this up. Go ahead. You and Ralph discuss snubs.
Yeah, I had one complaint. Acuna getting in over James Wood. I didn't like that one. Acuna's played way less games, and I have it right here. James Wood's having a heck of a year, man.
But he'll be on the team.
Yeah. I just thought he should have been in as a starter. Like 387 OBP, 984 OPS. He's at the top 5% of the league in WOBA, slugging, exit velo, barrel percentage, hard hit percentage, and bat speed. So he's hitting the ball darn hard, and he's hitting it far, and he's hitting it fast. But along with that, along with the power hitting, what makes James Wood so good, he walks 15% of the time. That's at the top 4% of the MLB. He's only chasing like 78% of the time, I think. Or he's chasing 23% of the time, and that's at the top 22% of the MLB. So
I think you get lost in your numbers.
Look, along with that to say, James Wood is having an amazing season and deserves to be an all-star starter. And Acuna, I think, only got in because of the influence. He missed a lot of time.
Well,
and so that's my one complaint. Other than that, they did a good job.
I mean, a lot of times it's a popularity contest. I know Ralph will agree with that. I mean,
it is.
And a lot of times it's how many votes can you get moving for the players or player that you want to be in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that Ronald Acuna Jr., one of the most popular players in baseball, even though he's played for it's going on 6 days now or something, that he is making the All-Star game.
I mean, yeah,
that just doesn't surprise me at all. And it is the All-Star game, and James Wood is on the All-Star team, is he not?
I mean, I'm just saying you got to be damn good for the Dodgers to walk you 4 times in a game.
Well,
You gotta
yes,
be damn
you
good.
have to be good, but
Yeah.
remember, this is an All-Star game. This is this is just like a preseason game. It don't count.
Right. This is just to say I think James Wood deserved that accolade over Acuna. That's all
fair.
I,
I mean, Randy's right. This is a
It is
popularity contest, and that's why
it
he's
is.
there. It's the
Yeah.
only reason.
Yeah.
I have a guy too.
Who
Yes.
is?
So I think this guy, he's just what a great year he's had so far. Andy Paez,
Ooh,
the outfielder of the
Paez.
Dodgers. He's
Good
5th with
saying.
home runs with 17.
Yeah.
He's 3rd at RBIs with 58. He has an 839 OPS. I mean, he has a gun in the outfield. I think he leads the NL in assists in the outfield. The kid's unbelievable. And he will make the team, but he should have been a starter.
Would you take him over? Which outfielder would you have taken him over?
All 3 of them.
Ooh, I don't know about Tyler.
I know.
I was gonna say, yeah. You had me triggered for a second. I was like, what? Randy, look at this. Get him off the show. Someone needs to do something.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Ralph.
No, but he absolutely deserves being on the team, which he will be. Just what a great kid, a great year. He's a great story too. Defected from Cuba. This guy didn't even know if he was going to have a spot in the beginning of the year, and here he is, an all-star. So awesome job. Great scouting.
That's some awesome scouting. I mean, getting those guys a defect from Cuba, that's a beauty about baseball too, is you don't get that in any other sport. Like there's like the Hernandez twins. I think Aroldis Chapman too. Yeah, yep. He's one of those. That's awesome.
That's my only complaint.
Sure. Did a good job.
Randy, what's your complaint?
Well, I thought that who's the kid for Seattle? I didn't see him on the All-Star.
Cal Raleigh?
I know he's starting, but I didn't see him in the other list.
I know who you're talking about.
The what do you call them? The extras, the subs,
the reserves.
Reserves. There you go. And I'm looking for the reserves, and I don't know if I
have they put that list out yet completely.
I haven't seen it.
Who exactly are you thinking of?
That kid for it's not the catcher. No, it might.
J-Rod?
It's not. It might
Julio
be J-Rod.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, maybe Julio Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez is so interesting because you look at all the advanced stats, like his bat speed and how much he barrels the ball and how he plays and runs, and you're like, ooh, this guy should be a superstar. And then you watch him in an extended period of time, and you're like, oh, okay, he's solid. He's okay, but he's not like that all-star starter caliber player. And you kind of wonder why, I feel like, with him.
I'll say it again. It's a popularity contest. And I think the fans in Seattle are letting him down by not putting him on the team. Again, I don't know if he's in there as a reserve.
It's a fun player.
He should
to watch,
be there for a reserve player because he's one of the stalwarts of the team. I mean, it was just two seasons ago he was making a run at MVP, and now he's all but forgotten. And I think it's a shame because I think J-Rod is a great young player that maybe is in the wrong organization. Maybe he needs to go to the Dodgers, for example, or maybe he needs to go to someone that can put the light on him a little more than Seattle. So, but anyway, well, we could talk some more All-Stars around the corner. We got to take a break. It's hour 2 right up next here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts.
Get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Water is Arizona's most valuable resource. And for over a century, Phoenix has led the way in providing reliable water services. Wherever you call home in Arizona, we all share the responsibility to conserve for tomorrow. Watch your water use, especially outdoors. Consider desert-friendly landscaping and water-saving appliances. Together, small changes can make a big difference. Learn more at phoenix.gov/water and help secure Arizona's water future. This message is sponsored by the City of Phoenix Water Services Department.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
And welcome everybody to a Thursday edition of the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic on this July 3rd during America Week. Right over there throwing the gizmos and flipping the that is Triple H. Next to him, Ralph Romano from the Weekend Warriors is joining us here on the show. Jeffrey O'Brien on vacation. My name is, what the hell was that?
My
What
W.
are you doing?
Weekend Warriors.
Oh, okay. Jeffrey O'Brien's on vacation. I'm Randy White. And you are the fourth dimension texting in at 888-368-1580. Some of those texts right now. T-Licious says, the big dumper is the best catcher right now in baseball. Suck it, Ralph.
He's the best catcher in the American League. I agree with you. I don't think he's the best catcher in baseball.
I think he could be the best catcher in baseball, man. That guy is raking.
Okay, me and you are throwing down.
The Beef says here is
officially
an
happening.
all-star. What do you call it? Miss Javier Baez.
Like him getting in was a miss.
Yeah,
I don't think so. He's having a great season. It's crazy to see how far he's come, man. Because I remember where he was in. Remember, guys, 2 years ago, he had that play where he just didn't run the bases and he was supposed to, and the coach sat him and benched him, and people were talking about him as the worst contract in the league. And he's come a long way, but no, he's having a great year. He's hitting the ball well. He's hitting it hard. He's also very good defensively as well. So, I mean, yeah, I would say, I wouldn't say that's a waste.
Bruno Baller says, Randy Eggman or the Walrus? I would say Randy Eggman. Hefty Lefty says, James Woods plays baseball? Now, that's an actor with an incredible range.
Kind of old, too.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that means either. Of course.
Random Texter says Acuna is getting the start because they need to have a brave start because it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true. But it doesn't make it right.
Moist one, Ralph and I were talking about this while you were out, Triple H. It's J.P. Crawford I was thinking of.
Oh,
Moist
not
one says
J-Ram.
J.P. Crawford should be in the All-Star game.
Oh, not J-Ram. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. J.P. Crawford. The kid's having a great year.
Yeah.
And then Quiet Cannon says, of course the Dodgers are going to dominate the All-Star roster. City of L.A. has 3.8 million population, and those voting machines that they use in California, they could generate 10 million votes.
But
That's
you
not a
know
lie.
what's interesting about that statement? And like you guys have all been saying, the Dodgers are going to have all these guys on there. They probably won't have a single pitcher on the All-Star team.
Well, they'll have Yamamoto.
If he makes it, I'm not sure he will.
Yamamoto will make it.
We'll see.
He'll make
But
it.
they probably, if he doesn't, they won't have a single pitcher.
I'm sure
They'll
Shohei
probably-
he'll be on there as a pitcher as well. He'll be on there as a DH, first baseman, outfielder, pitcher, dugout boy. He'll be
Manager,
there,
potentially.
manager, bullpen manager,
Yeah.
trainer.
Yeah.
All that's going to be Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
I'd like
Yeah.
to see Kershaw on the team, but that won't happen.
No.
That would be like a Kobe like a Kobe.
Yeah,
All-Star
like an
break
exception, right?
type
An
thing.
extra, an extra spot.
Like, yeah,
sort of a farewell to one of the greats in the game.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
But yeah, that's an interesting point, Ralph. They will only get one pitcher. Yamamoto's making it. There is no way he's
I'm
not
not
going to
sure.
make the All-Star team. Really? You're not sure about that?
I'm just saying he's been the guy, but I mean the Dodgers pitching has been so bad. I mean
It
yet
has
they
not
are
been
what-
good.
Yet they are where they are. But I'm just saying all those guys on the
It's a
team.
scary
no pitcher.
thought.
Yeah.
It's a scary thought that they have been this hurt and their pitching has been this bad, and they are that far and ahead of everyone else.
Yep.
All right, 888-368-1580
I don't like it.
text line. So you guys know the Kelsey brothers, right? I mean, Jason and Kevin.
Yeah,
I think it is
Kevin.
Jason and Billy. Who's the other one?
Travis.
Yeah.
Travis.
Oh, yes,
Travis.
that's it. Travis is the straight kind of. He's the tight, tight, put together, very, excellent, good looking one.
Really?
Could. Travis.
Oh, that's right. He has that ugly girlfriend. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, he Travis, the straight laced one,
I'm
and
going to tell Pippi you said that.
and then Jason, the goofy brother that does all the commercials.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they have this thing called a podcast where
Sure do.
they act like they're on radio, but they're really speaking to nobody, and then they send it out, and people for some reason download it and listen to what they have to say.
A lot of people.
Sort of like this radio show. So anyway, during the podcast New Heights, the brothers got together and they made a bet of who could lose the most weight and gain the most muscle over a period of time. Well, they came back and what happened was the goofy one he lost. And what happened was he had to pay the bet now. And so fast forward to Philadelphia, somewhere in Philadelphia, where you see Jason in a cutoff shirt and a red, white, and blue Speedo because he had to get a bikini wax.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
He had to
man.
get a bikini wax, and then he had to show it off.
And he's a hairy dude.
Oh my God, yes. And it wasn't just in the bikini area. No, it was up and down the legs. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
man.
his legs are as
I saw some pictures here. He's kind of
Oh,
looking
yeah.
like
Yeah.
looking like
Whoa,
Phil.
whoa.
Yeah. He's got some Rocky Balboa boxing trunks on, and then he drops those suckers, and
Oh, no.
whammo, there it is, right there.
Looks like
It's,
Phil
red,
in a
white.
Speedo, man.
Yeah.
You can see his Apollo Creed.
Oh my God, yes. So I hope. See, I can't see this picture. It looks like he's
That bad, huh?
oh my God.
Can't even see it.
And in front of him in this one picture is this little girl, and
Oh, no.
she's
Oh,
getting an
no.
eyeful right there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So God bless him. There he looks good. He looks like he's down to his fighting weight, but wow, not. He doesn't have a shred of hair from his waist down to his ankles. Just everything has been bikini waxed off. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
That had to hurt.
Hot wax. And they've got him inside of this outside bar, and he's taking pictures with people, and he's handing out beers and stuff. And there it is. Oh my God, there's a back shot of him. I wish that wouldn't happen. Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to pay back bets. You shouldn't make the bet if you can't, do it. In case you're wondering, the Jason, he lost 2% body fat and gained 4 pounds of muscle. I'm sorry, that was that's the tight knit one. He lost 2% body fat and gained 4 pounds of muscle, while the goofy one, Jason, who does all the commercials, he lost 3% body fat, but didn't gain any muscle. So he lost the bet. Yep.
Man.
So in case you were ever wondering, yes. And no, he did. Yes. 888-368-1580. moving right along here.
Randy, we're getting some texts from the Facebook here. From Abraham Samuel Velasco, which says happy birthday and happy he meant to say 4th of July. So just wanted to say that real fast. He texted a little bit ago. So
happy birthday to who?
I don't know who he's saying.
The country.
Oh, the country.
The country.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
All
Abraham. We appreciate it.
Hefty Lefty says he didn't trim them hedges. It says here he done scorch the earth. Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I wouldn't say that he did. But yeah. Moist One says you cannot say Will Smith is the best catcher in the game. You dingus. Cal is putting up historic numbers.
Dang.
And is the reigning Platinum Glove Award winner. Good God, they have gold. Now they have platinum. Anyway, do you know what the Platinum Glove is? It means the best defender in the AL. Rage bait, Ralph.
I said he is the best catcher in the American League, and I stand with that. What's wrong with that statement?
Is that Cal Raleigh has a better OPS and a Platinum Glove.
And how many years has he
this
been
probably
doing
means
it?
he's better on
And
offense.
how many years has he been doing it?
Right now, you could say Cal Raleigh.
Oh,
Sure, a better career, you could say Will Smith. But right now, Cal Raleigh is having a better season.
What's his batting
on offense and defense? Okay, that's like saying
What is his batting
that's like
average?
you
I really don't
comparing
know.
basketball players to field goal.
No, it's a real
percentages.
question. What's his batting average? I have no idea.
His batting average is 272.
Okay, I don't want
Which
to have this
is good.
conversation.
900.
272 versus what? 320?
And Will Smith is slugging 547 and Cal Raleigh 641.
What's Will Smith's batting
900.
average?
900.
How about the slugging? Come on. And the OPS too is 972 from Will Smith compared
Look,
to 1024
you can't go
for Cal
wrong.
Raleigh.
You can't go wrong with either one of them.
Cal Raleigh also has
But I'll take Will Smith.
the coolest nickname in sports, by the way.
What,
the Big Dumper. I mean, come on.
The Big Dumper.
It doesn't
Come on.
get better than that.
No. No.
That's the coolest nickname in sports. I'm with
No,
you,
they-
Moist One. I think it's Cal Raleigh. I think Ralph is biased. I think he's biased.
Wait,
and
before
it's showing
I don't
out.
mean to cut in, Randy, but the reason that Will Smith is better, look at the pitchers he's had to work with this year and last year. And what did the Dodgers do?
It's not like the
Rest
Mariners.
my case.
It's not like the Mariners have had an elite pitching
I don't
staff to
care.
work with either.
When you can take that pitching staff from last year and win a World Series, you're doing something really good behind that
Oh
plate.
my gosh. Look at that lineup that he won a World Series with. Look, they're raking.
Still got to throw the ball. You still got to get the
If
outs.
you throw team success into it, that just is, to me,
You
a
have to.
lack
The
of
pitcher-
critical
the pitcher
thinking
is the
because
general.
it ignores just the situations that they're in.
Look, the pitcher is the general on the field. He's the one that calls the games.
Oh
And
my
if you can
goodness.
take that pitcher,
And Cal Raleigh's a platinum
I'm sorry,
Glove
another
Award
pitcher,
winner.
the catcher.
The
If he-
catcher is the
Catcher,
if he
you
can,
mean to say.
if he can
Thank
take
you.
those pitchers, those young kids, and win a World Series, wow, that's
Oh
impressive.
my goodness. I mean, it's impressive, sure, but Cal Raleigh's a Platinum Glove Award winner who has a 1.024 OPS right now.
I
He
just
is
want to know
raking and
one
he's
thing.
great on
What
defense.
does Jada Pinkett Smith think about this?
That they should all shave their heads.
Yeah, I mean, Randy brings up a good point. I haven't really.
Hmm.
We should probably reach out because that would be our answer right there. We would know
Just take her name out
who's
of
the
your
better.
mouth.
We would know who's the better catcher.
All right.
You can't slap me. I'm only here virtually.
888-368-1580. All right, kids. So you put this on the rundown. You want to talk about Caitlin Clark and what was said about her here recently?
Yeah. So Ralph, you may have a lot to say on
I'm
this.
not
but
sure I heard this. Go ahead.
Did you see the All-Star voting?
And
Yeah.
Ralph, we're giving this to you guys on the what is it called? The triple threat. What is it? I'm sorry. No, it's Weekend Warriors. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
it. That's
You're
it.
giving me
notes.
content.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
giving me
Take
content.
notes. Yeah, this is
Really good.
content
I
here
mean,
for you.
they're the second best
Well,
show
I-
on the
I-
station. You have
I
to be
know
really
how-
good
Wow.
I know-
to be the
I know
second best
how-
show on the station.
I know how Neil likes
Two
Caitlin
shows
Clark.
on the
I mean,
station. Just two shows on the station.
he's he is a wide and vast fan of Caitlin Clark.
He used to be. He moved on.
Oh no!
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
He
All right.
moved on?
He doesn't stay focused.
All right.
Does he
Well,
not? Does he really
Then
not?
this is not content for you. Never mind.
No, it's still content. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So the WNBA did their All-Star voting, and
Sure.
the players' vote came out, and the players voted Caitlin Clark. Get this, the 9th best guard in the league.
Wow.
Ninth
Wow.
best guard. I mean, if that doesn't solidify
it backs up everything we've been
every
saying.
single thing that people like, that a lot of people in media have been saying, that these players, they don't like her, they don't want to treat her well, the WNBA doesn't want to prop her up, and there are all these claims, and there's a ton of mush and ton of hoopla of this and that. Sometimes you don't even know what's true and what isn't. But this solidifies everything, that the players just don't want, they just don't seem to, maybe they just don't seem to like her, Ralph. Maybe that's it. They just don't seem to like her, which is crazy to me, because the WNBA, their viewership, when she's in, goes up by 60%. And she's going to be the reason. She's going to be the reason the WNBA gets that big contract with Amazon that they got and the media rights deal after having a deal with, what, Ion Sports before Caitlin Clark showed up? Are we kidding me?
No, it was the CW 64 or whatever.
Oh, okay. The CW 64, whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the reason that they're not flying Spirit Airlines anymore. That they have
Even-
private jets. I mean, that's a true statement.
And
I mean,
that is a legit true statement. And she got
Yeah.
voted as the 9th best guard in the league.
well,
Are you
I think
kidding
it,
me?
it just plays to the hate that's in that league toward her.
Good
She,
gosh.
she doesn't
Yeah.
meet their agenda.
Oh, uh-oh.
She just doesn't. I mean, I've said it on the Weekend Warriors. She doesn't fit the agenda of the WNBA or ESPN. Therefore,
kind
she
of
is
agree.
not. She's
Hope
not
something came
popular. They don't like her. They'd like to see her gone. So they don't even know what they're asking for. I mean, the player that's actually making them relevant is somebody that they don't even want in the league.
Which is
So,
insane.
It is insanity, but
What
that
are
just
they
shows
doing?
you. That shows you how deep hate can be sometimes. So, and it's a shame. It is what it is. Like I said on the show 2 weeks ago, I said that the only way the WNBA moves forward is by getting rid of these people that have been there a long time and bringing in the next generation, because the old generation is the problem.
But yet when the Fever won the Commissioner's Cup this past
The
week,
Commissioner's Cup.
which, by the way, now I think this is funny. I'm not a big WNBA fan myself, but the Commissioner's Cup pays more than the WNBA championship does.
No.
Each player gets more money.
I'm not joking.
Split between them, the winning team, than if they win the WNBA Cup. Tell us, Triple H. Tell us
You
about
want to
this.
be considered a serious league? How about you make your championship players get more money than the Commissioner's Cup? Because they get more. I think it's like $30,000 per player based on their winnings of the Commissioner's Cup, and the championship of the WNBA, it's like 20. And so Caitlin Clark called it the Kathy Cup, named after the WNBA commissioner, whose name is Kathy.
I honestly thought, I didn't hear about this, so I'm glad you told me about it, because I'll be talking about this on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
In a very more detailed way. Because I can get away with that on my show. The FCC doesn't listen on Saturdays.
Oh my gosh. We are all about detail, Ralph. It just means more down there.
I thought you were going to talk about Red Panda. That's where I thought you were going.
No. Don't
that's
bring
a tease.
that up.
That's a tease.
Don't bring
That's
that
a
up.
tease. Don't bring that up.
Okay, I won't bring it up. Why? I don't know why, but I won't bring it up.
We have plans.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wait. Okay.
What?
I don't know what he's trying to do.
What's he doing?
What is he doing? Yeah. I don't know. He's just up to his old antics. Anyway, give me your spiel, Ralph.
Oh, I thought I just did.
Oh, okay.
I said I said what I said. I mean, I can't say much more because I would get in trouble.
About the WNBA?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean you would get in trouble?
Because I don't want to go there.
Oh,
We are going to leave that there. And when we come back, we're going to take more
Thank you, Randy.
texts. You betcha. I got your back. I got your front too.
Yes.
Take more of your texts.
lucky man, Ralph.
And we're
Lucky man.
gonna have a discussion about one of the new sons coming to town here.
Oh.
We'll talk about that around the corner here on the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender is streamed live on YouTube. Search 1580 The Fanatic to watch.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission, $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-291-0376. 800-291-0376. 800-291-0376.
Discover the 4th of July sale at Target. Save 20% on clothing and swimwear for women, select cookies with Target Circle, and up to 50% off Sun Squad sporting goods. Get ready for a fireworks-worthy celebration with patriotic cookies, fun sports gear, and of course, spectacular fits. The deal's in July 5th, so hurry and get 20% off apparel, select cookies with Target Circle, and 50% off Sun Squad sports gear, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply.
The Rich Eisen Show.
The Mavericks went ahead and took Cooper Flag. And now we get to see what the first overall pick is going to do in Dallas. And the only question, because everybody expects him to be outstanding in this association, is will he make an immediate impact in a league where rookies rarely do? He'll get the minutes. And the question is, how's he going to work in?
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at 9 a.m. on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender on Thursday, July 3rd, America Week. Jeffrey O'Brien on vacation. He'll be back Monday, and it is Triple H, Ralph from Weekend Warriors, and your old pal Randy, as we are headed for 6 o'clock tonight. You are texting in on the text line at 888-368-1580, and somebody asked about the last thing we were talking about, Caitlin Clark being voted the 9th best at her position. And they asked if somebody was ahead of her. Let me, from the article that I see, this is the players poll, and it was printed in USA Today. And this is the players poll page. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me get here. Alicia Gray was the first overall best guard in the league. I don't know who she plays for Atlanta.
She's good.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Good player.
Skylar Diggins. Paige Beckers, Natasha Cloud. They tied for 4th. Kelsey Mitchell, Brittany Skites,
Sykes. I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on again. Sykes.
I like steaks.
Sykes. I don't have the rest of them here. Anyway.
That's some deep disrespect.
That is after
Massive
the season that Caitlin Clark had last year too, putting up 19 points, 8 assists. She was 53% from 2, 91 from the line. She was top 10, I think, in assists and scoring. So
there you go.
You
She's
put
ninth.
her after you put her among guards, Randy, amongst guards. Not amongst players.
I can't even, Randy, if you think back, I mean, me
Yeah.
and you are been looking at sports forever.
Yeah.
I can't think back to any athlete in any sport that has been so disliked or disrespected by the sport like this girl is. I don't understand.
I think you're right.
so
I can't.
I can't even get anyone close to that. You know what? Maybe Jackie Robinson.
Well, yeah.
Jackie
I hate
Robinson.
to compare this to that, but I'm just saying that may be similar to that. Obviously, a lot different reasons, but
a lot different. Yeah, a lot different reasons.
I don't want to say that Caitlin Clark is Jackie Robinson. That's a little crazy.
Yeah,
No.
I hear what you're saying though, Ralph. Okay, so I found the Commissioner's Cup numbers. How much you get if you win the Commissioner's Cup compared to how much you get if you win a WNBA championship.
Well, of course you did, because that's what we're talking about. Go ahead.
So if you win the Commissioner's Cup, okay, you get $500K split amongst
As a team.
12 as a team, 12, 13 players. That's about $40,000. If you win a WNBA championship, each player receives $11,000. What are we doing here? What is this?
That's a lot of money for that sport.
Are you? Yeah, I mean, Caitlin Clark's salary is $78,000 per year. So,
Well, I mean,
which is just not
her salary
doing it.
But
So is the Commissioner's Cup sponsored by something or someone?
the commissioner.
Yeah. Kathy. Sponsored by Kathy.
I'm thinking maybe it's sponsored by someone, which is why the amount is what it is versus the WNBA. Because when you say, what are we doing here? I can tell you what we're doing here. We're losing money every year. So there's no money to pay these exorbitant things to people. It's not there.
Yes, I agree with you.
I got a text from Gilbert Welch, which says, "Hello, Randy, Ralph, and Triple H. Can you unblock me?"
Oh my gosh.
And Mr. Pringle, so we can text in. Have a great holiday weekend. This, Gilbert, seems like a question that is well above my pay grade, so I cannot answer it.
It is way above your pay grade, Triple H. Yep.
Duly
Let us
noted.
continue on with the show now, and probably don't read those anymore.
Okay.
All right. Hamilton Porter says, and let me guess, the players voted Angel Reese the number one player in her position. I don't know. I didn't see those, so I can't talk to that.
Good question. Good question.
Hamilton
Good
Porter.
question.
I don't know. LA Kid says, you're telling me that in a league of okay, I can't talk about that. LA Kid, thank you. Mr. Wilbur says, Ralph, suck it for the cycle, single, double, triple, and a home run. As for DeAndre Eaton, I think Caitlin Clark would beat him straight up 1-1.
Okay. I think he's a pretty big guy, but okay. I think she can go around him pretty easily.
I don't think that comment deserves the light of day. I don't think it does. It's not even a discussion. Next.
Let's see here. Commando Duke says, is it hatred against Caitlin Clark, or is it girls being girls?
No, I don't think it's girls. This has gone beyond the girls being girls thing. The way this has been going on now for almost 2 years. It's more than that. And it's not just from the players. It's from the league. It's from the network that plays these games on TV. It's all over. It's very, very obvious.
Yeah.
Hamilton Porter says, so if you were spotted 70 dogs, do you think you could beat Joey Chestnut in the hot dog eating contest? Are you asking me, Ralph, or Triple H?
And you spotted 70, he said.
We'll wait. LA Kid says,
Wait.
you can read Ralph my contents off the air. I think he would agree it's politics. Yeah? Maybe. Probably not, though. All right, let's move along.
Yes.
Jabari Parker said this on Dylan Brooks. Silas was our first coach. He couldn't control it, but it was just a wreck. Silas is the nicest dude in the world. He knows basketball. He knows what he's talking about as far as controlling all of that. It was tough for him. Fred and Dylan came in and put some control on it. That via Talk Dog. Can Dylan Brooks basically change the culture in Phoenix like he did in Houston? Are you saying in this interview, Jabari Smith is talking about Dylan Brooks and Fred Van Fleet coming in and changing the culture in Houston?
So
is that what you're saying?
This is what I put in the rundown basically, and this is what this is talking about. So Jabari Smith was talking about Stephen Silas on a podcast that he was in, and Stephen Silas was a good coach, but he was saying he had a lot of trouble controlling and putting everything together. He said he knew basketball, but he needed perhaps someone more authoritarian or someone perhaps that just understood how to control a bunch of egos, a bunch of young guys, and a bunch of people. And so they brought in Ime Udoka, but what Jabari said was something interesting. He said Dylan came in and put an end to it and some control to it. So basically, the thought that I had in putting this down was, this is a really interesting quote, because before Dylan Brooks got to Houston, there was a lacking culture. There was some talent, but there wasn't some veteran leadership to provide some cohesiveness. He gets to Houston and bam, him and Fred Van Vliet, according to Jabari Smith, put an end to all of it. So the question that we should all be asking is, can Dylan Brooks do this with the Suns? Can Dylan Brooks do what Jabari Smith said he did in Houston? Is this the guy who can change the culture in Phoenix? Ralph, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I am not. It's a shame that he went to Phoenix. I can't stand Dylan Brooks. I couldn't stand him in college when he was at Oregon. I couldn't stand him at Memphis. I couldn't stand him at Houston. He's a thug and a douchebag. I don't like him. I think he makes your team not better. I think he brings issues to your team, because he's gonna be that guy that he's a self-proclaimed villain, right? That's what he calls himself.
Dylan the villain, yeah.
Yeah. He brings a lot of bad things to the court. He's just not a good guy. He's dirty. He likes to start trouble. He gets a lot of fouls. He gets ejected all the time. I'm just not a fan of this guy. So you're sitting here saying about this guy bringing cohesiveness and in a sense, leadership or whatever to this team. No, this guy, I mean, if I'm Phoenix, I trade this guy away before he hits the court. I don't like this guy. I don't think he brings enough to overcome all the bad sides of him. That's just
Ralph, when you say he's dirty, do you mean he's unwashed or?
I think it's a combination of being unwashed and not playing
unwashed.
the game right.
Oh, okay. All right.
I heard there was an odor.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I just honestly, I just don't like him. I'm not going to say a good word about the guy. I can't stand him as a player. I can't stand him as a person.
I think you're wrong on this one, Ralph.
That's all right. You have that right. It's a free country 5-time.
I think he's exactly. That's right.
5-time.
Darn right. 5-time. I'm liking the sound of that nickname. You say it a little louder for the rafters, for the fourth dimension to hear it. I'm coming. Fantasy football. I'm coming. Anyway, so Dylan Brooks. All right. I think being a Memphis fan, being a Grizzlies fan.
Oh, that's right.
I saw what happened when Dylan Brooks was to our defense, when Dylan Brooks was in Memphis, and what happened when he left Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what happened to Houston's defense when Dylan Brooks got to Houston and when he left Houston. I think on the court, a lot of people see an antagonizer. I think sometimes, sure, he gets into altercations he shouldn't. He gets ejected from games that he shouldn't, for sure. Absolutely. I'd put him in that category with Draymond Green, because there are some good players, Dennis Rodman, that have done that as well. I'm not saying he's that good of a player, but what I'm saying is that Jabari Smith called him a culture changer. In other words, there was a lot of BS going on in Houston. Dylan Brooks gets there. Bam. Helps put an end to all of it. There's a lot of BS going on in Phoenix. There seems to be. Who knows what it is? Whether it's on the court, whether it's off the court. Seems like it.
What kind of BS do you see going on in Phoenix?
I don't see a lot of it off the court. I just see a lack of cohesiveness and a lack of just gelling and fitting in.
That's
I think
that's
how I
BS
saw.
then?
I think, yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that is.
That's BS that there's
Yeah.
no cohesiveness in this team.
Yeah, and in Phoenix, there was just a bunch of guys playing one-on-one ball. There was a lot of mid-range shots, and there weren't necessarily a lot of. There's just not a lot of space.
That's
to
a
work
lack
for
of
Durant,
leadership and a
Beal,
lack of
Booker.
discipline, dude.
Think about what Dylan Brooks brings. I
A lot
think
of
he
problems.
brings that. I think he brings
attitude.
that.
He does bring attitude, but I don't think that's what they need right now. What they need
think
is a
that's
leader.
exactly
They
what
need
they need.
they need a floor leader, and they need a guy on the bench that can lead. And I mean a coach, which I don't think they got in what they
Mhm,
selected.
Ime
So,
for sure helped with that in Houston.
I think
Absolutely.
I think he's the guy that will come in and create more problems than he's worth. I really do. We'll see. I mean, but that's what I think he's going to do. What do you think? I'm Randy. What do you care? Or
I don't know about. First of all, I have many questions about Phoenix going forward. We no longer have Kevin Durant, which it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I'm not sure yet. Number two, we still have Bradley Beal. I don't care if you bring in Magic Johnson in his prime. Is Bradley Beal going to be the answer here in Phoenix?
No.
This was a terrible move, and we needed to cut bait and move on from him. And I don't care what it costs you. Get him out of here so that you can move on. And it'll take you a couple years probably, but move on from Bradley Beal. Doesn't belong here in Phoenix, and he's not helping this team out at all, in my opinion. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a talk show guy who can see things happening, who reads articles, and who is a big fan of the team. Other than that, I don't know my way around a basketball court to save my life. Now, is Dylan Brooks going to be the end-all, be-all in Phoenix? Now, Triple H says yes. He says that according to this,
step in the right direction.
According to his, his experience in Memphis and seeing what he did there and seeing what he did in Houston, that this is going to be a big change for Phoenix. I still think that Phoenix needs a point guard, a veteran point guard that can get this team to play together. And I don't know that Dylan Brooks is a guy that can cause cohesiveness to this team. First of all, Devin Booker's been here since he was a rookie. He's grown up here. He's learned here. He's been a part of a championship run or two here. This is a guy that's got some experience under his belt, and he's not a leader. You need somebody that is a strong personality. CP3 was a strong personality. It could get this team to play. You need somebody like that, in my opinion, that's going to help this team. And I don't know that Dylan Brooks is the answer. Yes, go ahead, Triple H.
Yeah, here's my question. Here's the biggest issue in Phoenix. Outside of Durant and Booker, who in Phoenix has been on winning teams?
Oh, I'd have to look at the roster.
Like who?
I
Like
don't know.
genuinely.
Well, apparently Dylan Brooks has.
Well, Brooks. I mean, he's been on winning teams.
But I'm saying the last year's team.
Oh,
like
nobody.
who?
Nobody.
Nobody. Like you could even say some of these guys in college. Like some of them weren't even on winning teams. And so getting a guy like Dylan Brooks has been a part of multiple winning cultures, Houston and Memphis. Devin Booker had a quote last year, and I'm paraphrasing here, that said, we have losing habits, flat out. You need to bring in guys who have winning habits. Dylan Brooks has winning habits in Houston and in Memphis.
I think teams have won in spite of him.
After seeing what happened to Memphis's defense since Dylan has left, like it has not been good.
I mean, to Randy's point, Chris Paul on this team makes a ton of sense. That's what they're missing. Dylan Brooks doesn't bring anything but problems. I'm sorry. I guess we'll see what happens.
That's not what Jabari Smith said.
Well,
Jabari Smith said they had a struggle of a culture that Stephen Silas couldn't control, and then guys like Dylan Brooks got there, and he put an end to that.
We'll see.
So I think Dylan Brooks is a home run. It's a great get for Phoenix. And this quote by Jabari is so interesting because he's basically calling Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet veteran leaders, which is something that outside of Durant and Booker, Phoenix hasn't had that.
Well, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker haven't been leaders on this team.
No.
This team has had no cohesiveness whatsoever.
Yeah.
And the last time this team had a cohesiveness, and we repeat it again, was when Chris Paul was here.
Yeah.
Now he gets hurt a lot. Chris Paul, he doesn't. Although last year he was very reliable, he was in the game all year last year. He played well, but he's out on the street again. And that's why I said yesterday on the show, is this a good fit to bring Chris Paul here, maybe on a veteran minimum or a $5 million deal, somewhere to get him back on the floor here in Phoenix and get the culture turned around? Will this new coach welcome Chris Paul coming onto this team? Maybe this head coach has some other ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Chris Paul, I think, would be valuable.
He'd be great
to this team.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how the new coach would feel about it, because maybe he'd feel intimidated by having a guy like that. I mean, this coach is a wild card. You don't know what you're getting with him. And
you're right. No,
so,
you're right.
And
you're
maybe
right.
he doesn't want a guy like that around. I have no idea, but I agree with you. If they could find a way to get Chris Paul to convince him to come over, that's a great move for them.
Well, they were talking about today. What's his name? Wendy. Windbag. Windhorn. What's his name from the 4-letter network? He was just saying that the Kevin Durant deal is not over yet, which blows my mind, because I thought when Kevin was traded, end of deal. But apparently there's this magical stuff that goes on behind the scenes where the deal's not over yet. So we'll have to wait and see, because maybe Dylan Brooks doesn't stay here. Maybe the other pieces that they got don't stay here either. Maybe they're moving them around. You see what I mean? Like chess pieces. And at the end of things, Dylan Brooks won't be the guy standing here. I mean, I don't know. It's things that we're going to be talking about. We need to take a break. When we come back, your texts and more of the Daily Blender, including on this date in Big Georgia's sports history. Well, no, we're still in just 4 o'clock hour. Hell with that. We're going to keep rolling, baby. It's the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go. Get it today, wherever you get your favorite apps.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. Make the most of summer with stylish looks from Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. Congratulations to the Indiana Fever for capturing the 2025 WNBA Commissioner's Cup. Indiana played without Caitlin Clark again Tuesday night, but trounced the Minnesota Lynx 74-59 in the finale of the in-season tournament. 5 different Indiana players scored in double figures, led by Natasha Howard. The 3-time WNBA champ signed with the Fever last offseason, and she dominated with 16 points and 12 rebounds on her way to earning Commissioner's Cup MVP honors.
It just feel good, to win a Commissioner Cup with a group of ladies like this, that's selfless, that give our all in practice every single day, and you seen it tonight on the court. So I'm really proud of how we played tonight.
With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Amy Lawrence on Westwood One.
If your family's summer style needs a little pick-me-up, you've got to go to Kohl's. They have everything from polos and cute dresses to comfy kids' outfits and Sephora essentials, plus more. Not to mention, you can get 20% off some of your faves and earn Kohl's cash. Yup, summer's already looking more stylish, all thanks to Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends July 6th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's Veozah.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission, $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-291-0376. 800-291-0376. 800-291-0376.
We talk sports. 1580 The Fanatic.
We are working our way till 6 o'clock tonight on 1580 The Fanatic. It's the Daily Blender on this America Week. 888-368-1580. Let's go to the text line. Silly Wabbit says the NBA is basically covering the WNBA losses through its owners.
Yeah.
But the players will make the big bucks through their sponsorships.
Yeah, this is true. This is exactly what's happening.
Mr. Welber, I'm not going to say that, Mr. Welber. The Beeve says, I concur on Beal. Wave bye-bye. Is that a song? Am I missing out? Is that a song?
No.
I concur.
Bye,
then he
bye.
sends another text on Beal. And then he sends another text, wave bye-bye.
Maybe he's just stuttering.
Nondescript says, Dylan Brooks is a cancer. No one needs him. I can't believe Ralph, as in puke, is saying something I agree with.
Jeez.
Y'all have Dylan Brooks wrong, man. He's exactly what Phoenix needs. It's a step in the right direction. You need someone who knows winning habits like him.
The Beeve says, wave him. Meaning
Beal?
Bradley Beal. Here's, according to Hamilton Porter, and maybe Triple H, maybe you can search the interwebs and your sources in sports radio and see what's happening. But according to Hamilton Porter, breaking news, the Suns have begun talks on a Bradley Beal buyout.
Interesting.
Now, see, that's the 3 Bs we like. You got your honeybees. We're okay with those, but they hurt. You got your killer bees, but you got the triple Bs. Bradley Beal buyout. We like that.
Yes, this is true. This is recent news. The Suns and Bradley Beal are discussing a buyout.
Interesting.
What an expensive buyout that will be.
What a good move that would be.
But what a good move. Yeah.
Flogging Logger says, polarizing conversation, gentlemen. Polarizing. Isn't the basketball season over? Weren't the MLB All-Star rosters announced yesterday? I'm sure the transgender pickleball league is close to starting soon, right? Copy. All right.
So much of
Mr. Flogging Logger, we already talked about the All-Star starters.
Yeah, you missed it.
You weren't here. And B, yes, the NBA season is over, except it's free agent NBA season. And C, we have some NFL talk coming up too. So copy. The Beef says, just drop them like you said, Randy.
Beal.
Drop what?
Beal.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's okay.
Everyone's agreeing with you.
Yeah.
So reportedly, Chris Paul reportedly had a conversation with some people here as of late. Triple H, can you clue us in on what's happening with CP3?
Yeah, so there's a couple reports that came out. He had a conversation with the Milwaukee Bucks because now the Bucks need a point guard. So the other report is Chris Paul wants to be a starter. The Bucks might be able to give him a starting role and a championship, a team that will at least contend for a championship. They're more than likely going to make the playoffs. They'll be in the mix. But they will probably be able to give him a starting role now. So he just had a conversation with them. He is still, however, super linked to two teams that he's played with previously. The Suns.
All right.
The Suns are in there, and the Clippers. The LA Clippers are in there. Play with this guy, James Harden, who he played with in the previous times. And a place that he knows well. He lives in LA. His family lives there. In Phoenix, he's had his guy, Devin Booker. He's had experience playing there, obviously. So it's the Suns, it's the Clippers, and as of a recent news, it's the Milwaukee Bucks that are in talks with Chris Paul right now. Where does he end up signing? I think he signs with the Suns. I think he comes back to Phoenix.
Why do you say that?
I think he's just exactly what the Suns need. And I think the Suns might succumb and pay him after this Beal buyout.
Well, the Suns start him, though.
They will. They will start him because they don't have a true point guard right now to start him.
What about the kid that's coming over from Houston?
The kid that Jalen Green, he's a combo guard. Is he a guy who's going to be a floor general, operating a pick and roll, getting you 7 assists, 2 turnovers a game?
Maybe.
No, that's not his game.
Why in the world would he come to Phoenix? I get that it's a great move for Phoenix, but why would
him
it be
wanting to be a
him?
starter is apparently the number one thing.
I think he wants a ring.
He said reports have come out that he wants to be a starter. That's the one thing. He
I
probably
get that.
does want a ring,
But he wants a ring.
Do you think Milwaukee's going to go after him, though?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, if I'm him, why would I go anywhere where I not have a shot at a ring? I want a shot at a ring. I'm 96 years old. This is probably my last year.
Yeah.
Ralph, I didn't know you were that old.
Yeah, I look good for my age, though.
Wow, you do. You look really good.
Yeah. At least I didn't say 69 years old. That'd be worse. But I don't see him wanting.
Well, you're not.
He's perfect for Phoenix. I just don't think it's perfect for him.
I think I can see him going to Phoenix. I can legitimately see it happening. And then paying the money. Bradley Beal, it depends on when they buy him out. Who takes that buyout? Or like who's taking him on the team? You know?
Well, how would that work if they buy him out?
So there's some rules based on the new NBA CBA that they don't buy him out fully, but some other teams take his money. Like Dame Lillard's still getting paid. I think was it $25 million a year, $30 million a year for the Milwaukee Bucks still. So Bradley Beal's going to have money left over, so he could kind of sign anywhere because he's still going to get paid with Phoenix for less money.
For a lower amount.
For a lower amount. Yeah. So Brad Beal, like Dame Lillard, is a really interesting wild card because he can also go to a place where money isn't as much of an issue since he's getting a bag from Phoenix, so he can go anywhere.
He could be a Laker.
He could be a Laker. Oh, my goodness. What would you think about that, Ralph?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think the Lakers matter next year. I think it's the year after, so I don't know.
The year after for the Lakers are going to be that's going to be very interesting.
Right.
Speaking of the Lakers and DeAndre Ayton too, that deal's finalized.
Yeah.
Ayton's making $34 million a year, but he's making more with the Blazers than he will be probably with the Lakers. It's probably going to be the same thing with Bradley Beal.
Those are good contracts to pick up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to go to the text. 888-368-1580. Silver Pop says, Randy, the best bees ever are boobies. Well, I mean, yes. To guys, yes. Mr. Wilbur says, wait a second, just figured it out. It's the letter B rule. Bobby Bonilla and Bradley Beal are collecting money way into the future. Yeah, see, I was kind of thinking that too. I was kind of thinking that too. Hamilton Porter says, Ralph looking older than that decrepit bastard in the Squid Game season 1.
What? Are you kidding? I look fantastic.
888-368-1580.
I've never seen that.
That
Ralph doesn't look
decrepit
that
bastard in the Squid Game
I don't look
season
my
1.
age. How dare you? I look
Decrepit is crazy. Wow.
So overall, let's put a bow on this with Chris Paul. We'll just take a straw poll here. All right, Triple H, Yay or nay? Chris Paul to Phoenix.
Yay.
Ralph?
No. Not because Phoenix doesn't need him. It would be great for them, but no, because he won't do it because it's not a good fit for him at his age. That's all. That's the only reason. I agree with you guys 100%. That would be the best move right now for Phoenix by far. I just don't think he would do it.
I will agree with Ralph on this one, and the straw poll goes to the nose, or the nays, or the nos. What is it? All right, so tell me, let's talk a little more baseball before we get out of this hour and we start hour 3, because I want to talk some football.
Oh, yeah.
In hour 3.
Okay.
I want to talk some football.
You want to talk baseball right now?
Yeah, I want to talk baseball right now because in hour 3, I want to talk some football.
Can I bring up a baseball thing?
Go ahead.
I'm asking Randy.
Yeah, you can bring up
I have to
baseball.
have Randy's
thing.
approval.
Yeah,
of course.
Mine doesn't matter.
So I just found out that the report came out on Muncy, and he escaped a major injury.
Oh, no kidding.
Did
6
he
weeks.
really?
He's out for 6 weeks. He has a bone bruise. That's it. No damage.
Oh my.
Oh well, that's
which is shocking if you saw the play.
I mean, that's that is something right there.
News.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It is,
and good for him.
It is. I do not like to see anybody get injured. So even if I don't like the team. All right. A couple of quick things here. Robot umpires coming to the MLB. It could be happening as soon as next year, according to old drunky drunk. Manfred announced last week that the automated ball strike system, otherwise known as ABS, that's very cutting edge there to name ABS. Manfred, where did you get that from? The inside of your Chevrolet? Anyway, he says that the ABS could be implemented in Major League Baseball starting next season. But what do the players say about it? Here's an idea of players involved in the game, obviously, what they think of it, according to 134 respondents. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, that you can, it's all the way you word a poll, the way you get answers. You can make a poll say anything you want, but out of 134 respondents, 17.2% said yes, they like the ABS. 63.4% no.
Wow.
And 19.4% said they're unsure about it.
That's players?
As players. 100 and according to The Athletic, 134 respondents on this poll. That's what they thought about the
supports
ABS.
what I've been saying.
That's
all right, so we know Triple
Supports
H.
what I've been saying.
Triple H does not want the ABS. Ralph?
Absolutely want the ABS.
And I do too. So you are once again, Triple H, voted off the island. Go ahead, Ralph, put his flame out. And as he does that, we're going to go ahead and take a break and come back next hour. It's hour number 3, where we're going to talk football, I hope.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
The Black Friday and July event from Dell Technologies is here with great offers on trusted technology. You'll also discover huge deals on new AI-ready laptops like the Dell 14 Plus featuring Intel Core Ultra processors starting at $699.99. Save on top accessories, plus enjoy fast, free shipping and other benefits. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
8 presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked off.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, ADVA, and this station.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of health care, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down, because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
It is the Thursday edition of the Daily Blender on this America Week. July 3rd, the day before July 4th. If Canada can have a Canadian Day, we can have a damn week. That's the way I look at it. Right over there, slipping the sliders and screwing around with the doodads and all that. That is Triple H. Right there, that's Ralph Romano, by golly, from the Weekend Warriors, minus Nigel and Phil. And my name is Randy White. Jeffrey O'Brien on vacation. He'll be back Monday, we hope. And the text line is being manned by you. The fourth dimension at 888-368-1580. Big George, Ralph, wants to ask, didn't that decrepit old bastard at the end of Squid Games turn out to be a billionaire who had a terminal illness? You know, that does sound like Ralph.
Wow. First of all, I've never seen Squid Games. I have no idea, but I don't have a terminal illness.
I don't even know what Squid Game is. It a TV show, Triple H?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's like a series.
Yeah, it's like one of those series is on Netflix. I've never seen it.
I haven't either.
Never seen it. But that was strong, Ralph.
Yeah, that was pretty strong.
Yeah.
That's Big George, though. He's strong.
He's big.
Yep.
It's in the name. I mean, Big George, come on.
Hamilton Porter has this warning, this ominous warning for the fourth dimension. Someone listening to this show doesn't know, but tonight is probably their last night with 10 fingers.
Wow.
Ominous.
It's a violent start to the 5 o'clock hour.
Aye. Yeah, it's a very dark start. Let's see here. The moist one says, no. Mr. Roboto says, no. Of the MLB players surveyed regarding implementing the ABS, how many of the players said, whoa, fellas, we need to pump the brakes on this thing? None. Absolutely none. 0. Nobody said that.
So there are some players that have said that ABS is not fully accurate. And that's the reason why I am. Oh, yes.
Well, Harris, everybody knows that.
Yeah, but they're
but the umpires are worse than the ABS system.
See, one player said, quote, I hate it. Another player said, absolutely not. And another player said,
I saw a call last night. Merrill Kelly was pitching.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw an umpire, and I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
Call a ball this far outside a strike.
Yeah.
It was this far outside, and he called it a strike.
Yep. I know the umps right now aren't doing it justice. I will say that. This
and then
quote
the
is
next
the
pitch was right on the line, and he called it a ball.
They've been too inconsistent this year. This has been one of the worst years so far.
Yeah,
Behind
it
the
has.
It's been bad.
But here's what this player said.
And
Wanted
then
to
a
remain
pitch at the
anonymous.
bottom was right here, and he called it a ball.
I'll read the quote. It has proven ineffective in AAA and everywhere they've tested it, one NL pitcher explained. And this is my point. Why would you remove the human element? The game will fundamentally change in a way that fans are definitely not going to like.
Well, replay's already done that.
A ball this far outside called a strike?
Yeah, but
Have you been on the show for any length of time? Have you not heard Jeffrey come in here?
No, I've heard. I have
raving about these lunatic umpires
I've heard.
that don't know whether it's a day, night, or even if they're at a ballpark.
I've heard. And to that, I will say, is it worth removing the human element? If it's not this perfect product, why is it worth removing the human element?
Because the human element sucks.
The more in a society we get more and more robot AI driven, the less we lose. This is what makes us intrigued by sports.
We get more accurate. This is why we've implemented replay in every major sport because of this.
This whole thing in the name of efficiency and accuracy, gosh, it's going to remove the human element. Yes.
The article quoted some catchers talking about this is the way they make their bread and butter by catching, otherwise known as framing the pitches to get strikes for the pitcher. Yes and no.
That's true. That's true.
There is a skill to that it takes out.
Yes, but no. That is only part of a catcher's job. The other part is making sure the ball doesn't go to the backstop. So that runners can advance a base. The catchers also have to call the game, call pitches, and make sure that they call a good game. So it's only part. Framing is only a part of a catcher's game. And by the way, catchers that get to the major league become so lazy in most cases.
Framing's a big part of the game, though.
But
Randy.
you
Look
see
at
these
Yadier
guys,
Molina. He made a
see these
career
guys-
off that.
Well, he's retired now, isn't he? So he doesn't really matter. Hey, you see these guys that I see guys all the time that take a pitch that's to the left of their body, their glove hand side of their body, and instead of catching it like this and framing it in like this, they catch it like this and drag it out of the strike zone. I've seen so many strike pitches that have been drug out of the strike zone by a catcher because he catches it incorrectly. I can't even tell you.
But framing is an art. Not everybody.
It is an art.
Not everybody.
It's an art that you're going to destroy if you go to robot umpires.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if we're not going to do that, then this is what I say. Because you have to do something, right? We need to have relegation. Let's use the ABS system not to sit there and challenge, but let's use it to grade umpires on a daily, nightly basis.
Okay, that's
And
valid.
we
I like
take the bottom 5%, 10% of the umpires every year, and we put them down to the minors. And we take the top 10% of the umpires in the minors, and we bring them up.
I like
Let's
that.
do
plan.
that.
I don't hate that.
There's got to be accountability because now there's none.
There has got to be.
Which is why guys like Angel
accountability.
Hernandez were able to have a career in the MLB.
And
Which
he
did-
ripped and he just absolutely stole money from the MLB.
He did.
By getting a $6 million go away package.
Yep.
$6 million to go away.
He was terrible.
After he had put in 30 years plus of six-figure paychecks.
Yep. Agree with you 100%.
Ah, man.
You've got to have accountability.
You do.
Relegation is
You
perfect.
do. That's a good point, Ralph. You do
We've
have to
got
have
some
accountability.
great umpires down in the minors that we could bring up. And we
Mhm.
got some guys in the show that just need to not be there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Laz Diaz needs to take a remedial umpiring class.
Yep.
Yeah. So how do
He is one of the biggest offenders out there today.
So what you're saying is you essentially make ABS in a grading system, an evaluation system that evaluates umpires' calls, and the bottom 5% of the league goes down, and the top 5% of the league goes up. Because I agree with you, there is no accountability because the union has had all the power for so long. But here's how this robot umps thing could be good: is now the umps union that has had no competitors, right? No competitors at all, has a competitor. There is another option. And so they have to step their game up, or else now it's like the MLB has a little bit of leverage over the union just to say, hey, if you guys don't get your act together, we can go to this, and the union, you guys can just go kick rocks and go ump college games or high school games or whatever it may be. So that's how this robot umpire thing can be good.
I disagree. I say this: institute the ABS system now, and let the umpires union go ahead and kick rocks anyway.
But what happens if you institute this system, which I'm all for?
It's
Is there a penalty for umpires that are being consistently overturned? I still feel we need penalties.
Need penalties.
Oh, I feel
whether it's
like
financial, whatever it is.
I hit them right in the damn pocketbook. You are exactly right, because why do they care whether they get turned over or not?
Right.
What do they care?
It's all ego. It's the only thing that they have, right?
100%.
A lot of ego.
Yeah.
But I say
there is a lot of
if you're
ego.
going to institute it, then there's got to be penalties. There's got to be
won't-
financial penalties.
They won't let the baseball teams challenge balls and strikes. They won't let them do that.
Right.
You cannot challenge a ball and strike. Why do you think managers are still getting thrown out of ball games? Because the guys Boone and those guys come out of the dugout just absolutely livid with their head falling off and everything, because an umpire's strike zone is so random and obtuse that you don't even know where it's at. It's here, there, and everywhere. It does. Like I said last night, it was a foot outside and it was called a strike.
And it hurts a pitcher. The pitchers now have to throw more pitches. They don't know where the strike zone is because they can't find one because he doesn't have consistency, which takes away now again from the pitcher. That's not fair. I don't like that stuff. I see that in college all the time. It's horrendous how some of these guys are. And the pitchers just sit there in frustration to go, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I can't find this guy's strike zone because it doesn't seem to exist.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a player in the MLB and you're not performing, you get cut, you get moved down to the minors.
Exactly.
You lose your job.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that happen to umpires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing, and an issue too, is because these guys are employed by the union and have other jobs and all this stuff. You know, a bunch of NFL refs were lawyers, by the way, that they don't get training. And so they're just thrown in there. They don't get any training whatsoever. I mean, get a little.
And this should go to them.
The
This should go to every professional sport level where there's an official. There needs to be accountability.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
I agree 110%. I could not agree more.
So I think the ABS system. This is where me and Randy don't see eye to eye. Randy thinks it should be thrown in now. I think the ABS system can't be thrown in now because it's too flawed. But I also think it will get rid of the human element of the game, which I think is a major part. It's a major part.
It'll get rid of the human element of calling balls and strikes.
Right. But also, I mean, a good old argument from a manager getting
what
out of
the
a
hell
dugout,
does that have to do with
getting
anything?
out of a
You mean-
dugout?
so
with
the
an
umpire
with an ump?
sucks
Those
so
things
bad.
are awesome. It's only baseball. You get
The
that.
baseball umpire sucks so bad he can't make a good strike or ball call. And you got the coach running on the field. It takes up 10 or 15 minutes while they go at it. And then the manager gets run anyway. Then he gets fined. The umpire doesn't get fined.
Yeah.
He doesn't get fined. They don't review the tapes after the game and say, oh, you missed that one, John. We're going to have to fine you $15,000 for that.
Yeah.
You start doing that to the umpires, you can watch the human umpires start to do their damn job. You start getting into their billfolds a little bit here, and you take money out of their bill, you're damn right they're going to do their job better.
Yeah. So they should use it as a realm of accountability.
But they
instead
don't.
of just putting it in there. Yeah, that should be
The
that should be
umpires
changed. I
union
agree with
doesn't
you.
do anything like that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I mean, the Hawkeye system they use for that thing, it's pretty accurate. We're going to start seeing that same system in the NFL this year at the first down line. Right?
That's right. I
mean,
hear about
this
that, yeah.
system is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So,
well, players are reporting that it's not too. Like
I think
63% of guys saying no. That's a heavy. That's a
well,
third.
That's a
well, yeah. Again, any poll can give you any answer you want, depending on how you phrase the question.
But these are players in the league.
Any researcher will tell you that. It doesn't matter if they're players in the bigs or not. Any poll, it doesn't matter. If they ask a question a certain way, they can get the answers and responses they want. You don't think so? Ask any one of the news outlets. If you want to talk about approval ratings and this, that, and the other for all this politics, it's just BS, because anybody that's getting polled can get any sort of, or anybody who's putting on this poll can get any answer they want just simply by asking the question a certain way. And it's proven.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. There's
got to be an accuracy number out there somewhere.
I got to tell you, if I'm old drunk in Manhattan there, in between martinis, I'm calling up the Hawkeye system and I'm having it installed right now. And I'm saying, guess what? Major League Umpires Association, here's what's going to happen. Right after the All-Star break, we're instituting this. And you either get your umpires on notice and they better start calling, or we're going to institute the Hawkeye system before the season is up.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
One player used framing as the reason why. And he said, I think catchers' values are going to decrease. Framing is an art. There are guys who have risen up to the ranks just because they know how to frame well. And that's true. Like, you're going to get rid of something that is very valuable and for hundreds of years in the game.
If catchers rose to the ranks of Major League Baseball because they're good framers and they couldn't call a game to save their life, they can't throw out a runner at second or third base. They don't know how to block the ball. If it's all based on framing, then I'd have to argue that right there.
It's not all of it, but it's a huge part of it. I mean, Yadier Molina is going to make the Baseball Hall of Fame because he's a phenomenal framer.
Well, he's a phenomenal framer, but the bottom line is he could also throw out guys too.
He could,
and he could call a hell of a game too.
That's true. He can.
So
all those things are right.
If we're just saying, like I read the article, it was framing that we're going to lose that's our bread and butter. No, it isn't. There's a whole lot more a catcher does than just frame the ball.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, Randy. I think we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one.
That's all right.
I think we are. Yeah.
That's all right.
I'll base y'all 1 on 3.
Disagree.
Yep, we will.
All right. Let's see here. Random texter says catchers don't get in the proper position to frame the ball correctly anymore. Well, yes, but no. A lot of these guys, they get in a position where they can receive the ball, and it's not catching the ball. They call them catchers, but really they should call them receivers. You receive the ball, and you want to receive the ball and not let your hand move. You've got to have a very strong forearms and biceps, and you've got to be able to brick wall that ball while your hands have to be soft enough to receive the ball right there and either move it into the strike zone quickly or keep it in the strike zone so that it doesn't go out. And that's the trick to framing right there. And it's not as easy as it sounds like that. Nurse Scratchett says it would not be as much fun in a game not yelling at old Blue. But you can still yell at the Blue.
I agree with that.
He's still going to, Blue, you suck. You can still yell at him.
He's just going to turn into a robot and shoot a laser at you.
Right. Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Good morning and happy 4th of July. The Awanuki Japan baseball in Japan is amazing. It's a lot like a football environment. Be safe. What?
He's talking about high school baseball games in Japan, I believe, which, by the way, are like American football environments. They're awesome.
That was off topic.
But very, very, very random.
Yeah. LA Kid says, Falls Harris, framing's only become a thing in the past 20 years or so. That was never an important part of the catcher's game before 2000 or so. Well,
I don't think
LA Kid, true. I'd have to back him up on this because when I was in high school back in the 70s, we were taught to frame the ball. And we were encouraged to continue to frame the ball through the entire game. I was a catcher in high school and in some non-pro. It was very important to the game even back then.
I think where he's going, and I would kind of agree with him a little bit, is the method that they're using today is different than we were using back in the day. If you notice, the catchers now are starting their glove at the bottom all the time now and bringing it up. That's a technique that I don't think existed back in before 2000.
Oh, that sort of technique? No, it was catch the ball up and roll your hand slightly.
Right. It was more of how you're catching the ball. I know exactly what you're talking about, but the method they use since probably about 20 years now is really to come up and the way that they do it, it's very different the way they've been taught.
Mm-hmm.
But the way you were taught, that was the real original. That was the origins of framing. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Hamilton Porter says, all I'm saying is Jason Pierre-Paul, have a safe 4th of July.
Oh, I think he's saying, watch your fingers. Watch your fingers for the fireworks. Because you never know. You never know when you'll lose a finger.
Oh, that's what he meant. Okay.
Yep.
I thought he was threatening somebody.
All right. We need to take a break. And when we come back, we will continue talking we've got one more baseball thing. Then I want to talk some NFL, damn it. It's Thursday and football is coming. And I'm looking, but I don't see a whole lot of football.
Yeah, it's kind of a dead time for it. But we could find something, Randy.
Oh, and when we come back, Jeffrey is just going to be sick about this next story. And I hope my old buddy's not listening because I don't know if he'll be able to make it. And I don't want to ruin his 4th of July. So and we'll talk about that next on the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
All systems go. Listen to our live stream on your phone at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
First episode psychosis is no joke, and neither is getting help as soon as symptoms show up. Early treatment gives you a better chance at feeling like yourself again. If you're showing signs, like having hallucinations or trouble thinking clearly, don't wait. Counseling, medication, and support from loved ones can slow down the effects of psychosis before it's too late. Speak with your doctor today and visit learnmorefep.org. Sponsored by MadForce, working to build healthier communities.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
We know how you feel. There's nothing better than a fall afternoon, an order of wings and a nice cold brew, and football. This fall, The Fanatic is your source for high school, college, and NFL football action. The high school game of the week on Friday nights, top-line NCAA action on Saturdays, and the NFL primetime games. When it comes to football, we have you covered. We're 1580 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Thursday, July 3rd. It's Triple H, Ralph, Randy, with you till 6 o'clock tonight. Jeffco is on vacation until Monday. And so everybody out there have a safe and happy July 4th in case you're shutting the old radio off before you shut it off. May you be blessed by the Daily Blender before you go out there. Sad news, guys. I hate to say this, and this is probably going to just absolutely shake Jeffco to the very core. And I don't know what I can do here, but I feel like I feel like maybe I feel like maybe this is appropriate as I talk about this. Legendary halftime act Red Panda injured after a fall from the unicycle during the Fever Links Commissioners Cup Championship game. You guys know the Red Panda's been here in town. She's been at several GCU basketball games, performing her act for the Havoc and the visiting, if there are any visitors at the basketball games. The beloved performer fell from her unicycle during the halftime show. She apparently do you know who Red Panda is, Triple H?
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
gravely
Ralph,
familiar.
you know who the Red Panda is, right?
I do, yes.
Anyway, she fell, dropped all of her plates, bowls, I think they're bowls, and
Gone too soon.
she was she was hurt. She was holding her left wrist. She tried to walk off the court on her own power, but had to be helped by medical personnel.
This music is so sad.
We just we hope. God, I hope Jeffrey's not hearing this because Red Panda gone too soon.
Well, her wrist anyway.
Yeah, her wrist.
Her wrist.
Her wrist. You meant to say, Randy?
Where did her wrist go?
It's gone.
It's gone.
Fractured.
Yep, too soon.
But it said right here as she walked off the court at halftime.
Without her wrist.
Yep. She doesn't have a wrist. It's gone.
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
I think it was a great example of what's happening to the WNBA. So,
Wow.
it kind of
You
matched.
would say that.
Wow.
What do you mean it kind of meshed, Ralph?
I mean, you know, they're going down the toilet. She went down on the floor. So
I mean, the Commissioner's Cup, the WNBA,
Guys really
it's like
just
their
have-
biggest
you have-
event.
You guys just have no
Even
you
bigger
have
than the
no-
championship, actually.
You have no respect for the hurting out there. Jeffco, my pal, is probably hearing this right now for the first time, and he's probably just overwhelmed with emotion.
he probably is for other reasons.
What?
I just, I think the Red Panda, who's probably becoming the Gray Panda more and more, maybe needs to think about something else.
Mr. Roboto has the spirit here.
Hmm.
May the Red Panda rest in peace.
That's good.
You know
Sounds-
what?
sounds
Mr.
good.
Roboto is one of my favorite texters. He is undoubtedly one of my favorite texters. Mr.
I don't know
Roboto,
how you guys
keep it
can
up.
even be jovial at this moment when
Oh,
the
no.
the world's
I'm serious.
most beloved entertainer.
She didn't even go down hard.
What are you saying, Ralph?
I'm just saying.
Rub some dirt on it. Red
She-
Panda,
she-
come
she
on.
just barely
Put a
fell.
Band-Aid on it.
Mr. Roboto says, "Riz in peace." That's for you, Triple H.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Roboto.
Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Roboto.
Oh, no.
L.A.
Mr.
Kid
Roboto,
says,
you're Sigma, man. That's
"What's
Sigma.
the name of that last rejoinder song from commercial break? Is that Lana Del Rey?" I don't think so.
No.
I don't think that's
It's
Lana
definitely
Del
not
Rey.
Lana Del Rey. No.
I think it was the Quasimodos with "Who Rang My Bell."
Oh, was it?
Maybe I don't know. You've got the material in front of you.
Randy, you were a DJ back in the day,
I
weren't
was
you?
back in the day. Yes,
Back in the day. You know,
Mhm.
my dad is also a DJ.
He is or was.
He is, but he really was back in the day.
I don't think square dancing songs qualifies as a DJ. I mean,
Oh my gosh, no.
Square dancing.
Oh, we're getting some Pitbull in that joint. Come on now.
In that barn.
When you say
in that barn, actually, is
when you
well put.
say DJ,
that's what he was DJing, Randy.
What are you talking about when you say DJ?
You know,
What are talking
this music is strikingly similar to the music that I heard a lot in Leapers Fork. So it's
this one right
yeah,
here.
this one right here. This is
okay.
It kind of takes me back to home. It's making me a little bit nostalgic.
Making your neck a little.
I feel like
your
I'm
neck's looking red.
I feel like
Making
I'm
a
in a
little misty.
barn with all my horses. You know, they're needing to be fed. And
your
my
dad
mom's
at-
making me scoop up
is
their
he
manure.
Some sort of like a dance DJ, throwing down some funk like this.
Yeah.
Is that what he is?
And you should see him dance. You should see him dance, man.
Is that what he does? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. I mean, when he dances, it looks like a machine that's just kind of like combusting, and it's eventually going to be like on fire. And but
Does he wear suspenders without a shirt?
he's worn suspenders. Yeah.
Hmm.
Dude, I used to
Without
go to
a
school.
shirt.
I used to go to school in overalls.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I used to go to school in overalls.
It doesn't.
Oh, good song.
You could have fooled me.
Oh, come on. You're gonna make me dance. I got a whole board to keep track of.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm picturing the whole Dexy Midnight Runner video.
The what?
Come on, Eileen from Dexy's Midnight Runners. That's what I think your videos would be like.
Now, see, I've got a easy, moist one. Easy,
Moist one. You know he wants it.
Easy.
You know he wants to
I'm
do it.
interested to know more about your father, the DJ. What do you mean, like a dance DJ, a radio DJ? What is he?
Dance DJ.
So he's like a mobile DJ.
So
guy.
we had this place called Puckett's where all the rednecks would meet.
You don't say. Is that with a PH?
Yeah. And all the rednecks would meet there, and Dad would be the DJ and put on some songs and had a whole little DJ shebang, and people would dance, and it would be like it'd be legit.
Does he have his own rig? Does he?
His own rig?
His own rig.
I don't think at this moment he does.
Does he have his own rig or what?
Used to.
He doesn't anymore?
Not anymore.
No. That's too bad.
I know. I think he might be a little bit past his prime. He had a nickname though, DJ Megatron. Is what he went by.
DJ Megatron?
DJ Megatron.
Oh damn, we've got to change his texter name to DJ Megatron.
Yeah, we do. We do. Other than you think it's better than
man.
Harris's dad, dad of Harris?
Yeah. DJ Megatron says, yeah, we got to
DJ Megatron. We do
that.
got to do that. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
888-368-1580. Ralph, what?
I'm just keeping quiet.
He's in
I'm
on
keeping
it.
quiet.
You're not in on the DJ Megatron?
I'd like to see pictures.
I'll have to find some. I'll have to get some from him.
Rocky Top says you play some Dolly Parton and Toby Keith, and Harris will get freaky on the dance floor. What?
Yeah. Rocky Top, man. Like I said, Ralph has LA Kid. I have Rocky Top.
It's because you went to prom with Rocky Top.
Not true. Not true. I don't know this guy.
Yes,
I
you
still
do.
don't
It's a
know
gal.
who this guy is.
Ah.
I have no clue.
It's a
Never
gal.
met him. But apparently he's from my town. And we seem like we see the world in a certain similar way.
All right.
So
I told you I was going to get some NFL news in, and I'm getting some damn NFL news in.
do it, Randy. Do it.
There's a lot, it's we're getting close to the preseason and the training camp and all that business,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Ravens Lamar Jackson says that the game seems to be getting easier for him. It's getting easier for him. Now the 28-year-old, he says he's very confident. He says that this year could be. I can't believe Kevin Hart has named his podcast "Cold as Balls." I can't believe he would do that.
Well, they meet.
But anyway, he said on the podcast "Cold as Balls" with Kevin Hart.
Yep.
Jackson said he feels that the team is very close to making a Super Bowl run. and that he says that the game is getting it's no longer as fast as it used to be. It's easier. It's slowed down for him, and it's much easier for him to think about and to execute. So
why would he say that?
Well, he's in his 15th year or something, isn't he?
Instant criticism for him saying that.
What's wrong with that?
Because my response to that is it's so easy for you. Where's your rings?
Well, he said he's getting close. He's very close.
Close is great. A lot of guys get close and never get there. But if it's that easy for you,
well,
it should be
come on.
easy.
I mean, come on now. 2023, they made it to the AFC Championship game,
right?
And they lost to who? To who?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Yeah.
No, I get it. He's consistently
the Bills got there the last few years, and they lost to who?
No, I get it.
They lose the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's consistently failed throughout his career.
In an era where the Chiefs have dominated, you can't be that hard.
He has not failed throughout his career. He is probably going to be a Hall of Famer.
Does he have a ring?
You can.
Does he have a ring?
You cannot have a ring and have an amazing career.
Nope.
Dan Marino's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
It sounds like I don't know.
You don't think he should be?
It sounds like Charles Barkley talk. Come on.
Oh my God.
Charles Barkley talk?
Oh my gosh.
I don't see the ring.
See this whole ring culture thing about you need to have a ring or else you're this.
I get it. You don't come from a place or back teams that have them.
Now here we go.
Oh my God.
So when you have that, you accept mediocrity as success, and mediocrity is not success.
First off, my Tennessee Volunteers have had 6 national championships. Thank you very much.
So you want to talk about amateur sports?
When was
football.
the last one?
It was 1998. Yeah.
Oh, you weren't even born yet, were you?
It was a while ago. Yeah, but it was cool. It was
there.
cool. No, I wasn't there. I wasn't even a thought.
You're with your dad at some hay barn thing, doing some music, spinning the wax, whatever Andy says.
Yeah, doing
spinning
that.
a stack of wax, baby.
Stack of wax. Oh,
I don't know,
man.
I like Lamar Jackson, but I wouldn't say that. Just stop.
I think he's just
Shut
being truthful because when you start out as a rookie, the game is so fast. NFL and college.
Yeah,
is
and by year 2 it slows down, not by year 10.
It's slowing down. He said it's gotten easier.
I don't know that it slows down that
I think you're being
much.
too critical, Ralph.
No, I'm just being factual.
Not a surprise.
Well,
Lamar, I'll say this. He did say something that's going to generate some controversy. He said it's a failure if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, which I have to agree with that. That one, the whole season isn't a failure, but the expectation for him is Super Bowl or bust. And I think Baltimore can legitimately do it this year.
Yeah, I think this is I hear that every year from Raven Kid.
What do you think that this is the year for Baltimore?
I mean, they were so unbelievably good last year. I think getting Jair Alexander is huge for them because they had some problems at corner last year.
I'll say they had some problems.
Yeah, they struggled. They struggled to find that third guy because you have Humphrey and you have Wiggins too, but they didn't find that third guy. They have that now, so that's going to be a really big benefit for their defense. And their defense, by the way, was down last year compared to what it usually is. It's just their offense is just Their offense was so good last year. I think getting Derrick Henry is huge with Lamar. I mean, they will have the best running offense in the league again. D-Hop, I think, is a solid get for them. Getting a healthy Mark Andrews will be good. I think Bateman and I think Zay Flowers is going to continue getting better.
The window has gone from a bay window to a tiny bathroom window.
Baltimore? No
it's
way.
Closing.
No, it's not close. It is not.
They're getting old. They're getting old.
Okay.
Derrick Henry, old.
Wouldn't a tiny bathroom window be like a bay window for
I mean, last year he nearly went for 2,000 yards.
Yeah, for Kyler Murray, that'd be a bay window.
It's going to say.
He nearly went for 2,000 yards. And that O-line is still, like Linderbaum is one of the better centers in football. So that O-line's still great. He's going to be well protected. And Flowers is only going to get better. Getting Jair at corner,
they're
that's
pretenders.
great.
They are pretenders.
Quiet Cannon says Jackson just put a bow tie on his back.
How many
bow tie?
How many all-pro caliber players do they have in the secondary? Because you have Hamilton, you have Jair, and you have Humphrey. That's 3 guys that are going to be all-pro caliber players.
That's awesome. How many rings they got?
Oh my gosh.
Pretenders.
They could easily get one.
Pretenders.
And the way Kansas City has
they can't even get a conference ring. At least the Cardinals got a conference ring.
Well, who's in their conference? that has held them back from that. Them and Buffalo too. Buffalo has had the upper hand over them, but to say it can't happen, no, it can certainly happen in Baltimore. Certainly.
All right.
Pretenders.
Well, the Daily Blender rolls on. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, it's on this date in Big Georgia sports history and some other things. I don't quite know what it is, but we'll figure it out when it gets there. This is the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go. Get it today, wherever you get your favorite apps.
Discover the 4th of July sale at Target. Save 20% on clothing and swimwear for women, select cookies with Target Circle, and up to 50% off Sun Squad sporting goods. Get ready for a fireworks-worthy celebration with patriotic cookies, fun sports gear, and of course, spectacular fits. The deal's in July 5th, so hurry and get 20% off apparel, select cookies with Target Circle, and 50% off Sun Squad sports gear, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply.
Before you fly, take a trip to your local MVD office or authorized third-party provider with your required documents and get the new AZ Travel ID with the Gold Star for your new driver's license or ID. Starting May 2025, this new AZ Travel ID gets you through TSA security checkpoints. It's quick and easy. Think of it as your license to fly. Learn how to get your new ID at aztravelid.com. Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open-air zoo when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful DC turbo engine, well, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now, Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000 MSRP. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. 2024 Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail price. Manufacturer's suggested retail price excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time. Like right now. Or right now. Or even now. Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's a Daily Blender on this Thursday, July 3rd. Look, I know it's getting close if you're leaving the show early. Of course, go ahead. Make sure you clean up your area there and put all that stuff away. We don't want to be tripping over it as we're leaving today, but and have a good weekend. 888-368-1580 is the text line here as we wind it. Get ready to wind it down for this week on the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. The college sports, college football is not too far away. Matter of fact, do they start in August?
Yeah, start in
so
August.
August is the first games, right? That's week 1 in August.
Week 0.
Well, I understand that, but I do not recognize week 0. It's
not?
week one.
I'm not
It's
a big
one.
week 0 guy either, Randy.
Week one.
I think you
Yeah.
start the week with
Why
the
why does it
best
start
games.
as week 0 anyway?
It's just a lot of teams trying to make more money off of a week that has no things to watch, so there would be more
Bingo.
viewership. It's just
Bingo.
networks trying to get in and kind of get rid of the tradition as to what we've had, which is start it with week 1. Start
It's
it with the
week one.
best games, man.
It's week 1. It will always be week 1, and that's the end of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
We here on the Daily Blender do not recognize week 0.
Yeah. Or should we?
Anyway, Big Ten and the SEC have been working together for about 8 months now. Triple H, tell me what's going on with the football playoff picture. We got good news, right?
Actually, no news at all. So the Big Ten and the SEC are beefing because they're trying to expand the playoff to 16.
What do you mean they're showing up behind the stadium there? With,
So
ball bats and
in
chain
the
link
parking
stuff.
lot,
And
yeah.
they're going to fight each other?
They're going to fight each other. Yep.
Okay.
Except it's going to be a bunch of boring old guys in suits yelling things at each other, right? Because that's more fun.
Like, not in the face!
Right.
Like
right,
that?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So basically what's happening is every conference wants to expand the playoff to 16. How do I feel about that? That's a conversation for another day. But the Big Ten support what's called a 4-4-2-2-1-1 format. So here's what this is. You get 4 Big Ten teams automatically, 4 SEC teams automatically, 2 ACC, 2 Big 12, and then 1 G5, and then 1 at large. Okay? So that's basically what they're saying. The SEC wants what's called a 5-11 format, to where you have conference champs of the Power 4 schools plus G5, and then you have 6 more, or doing the math here, 11 more at larges. So what's happening is these two conferences that have forever been on the same side, because the SEC and Big Ten are controlling the sport right now completely.
Yeah.
These two giants are now beefing. And folks, what happens when the two giants beef? Nothing gets done, because those two are the two decision makers. It's like if you were at work.
Wait, you didn't even wait for me to answer.
Oh.
You asked a question,
Yes,
and
Randy.
then you did not wait for me to answer.
I apologize. It was a rhetorical question, but I will.
Well, then by all means, go ahead.
Well, do you want to give an answer, Randy?
I like his answer.
Who are these two teams that are beefing? I was going to say brisket.
Two conferences, not teams.
Brisket.
Brisket.
They're beefing. Brisket.
Oh, now I get it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It does
With a
make
side
sense.
of
It does make
ribs.
sense.
100% makes sense.
Oh my gosh, you're making me hungry. Come on, I still have a whole board. I have to manage. I have to think of briskets. Oh, brisket from Buc-ee's would be great right now, but that's unrelated. So, what's going on is these two mega giants are completely beefing and in disagreement, which just hasn't happened in the entire process. They've been in agreement on pretty much everything. But here's why. Both of these teams want to do something. So, the Big Ten supports the 4-4 with the Big Ten and the SEC, because what would give the two equal leeway. The SEC wants there to be 5-11. Why? Because if you made it a 5-11 format, there would be more SEC teams that would be able to get in. I think it would be an onslaught of SEC teams at that point. What do I think? I think it should probably be the 5-11 format, because that's the fairest, because there are teams that may not be able to get in off of a criteria that deserve to get in. But Ralph, I'd like to hear what you have to think on this.
Well, we all know you're an SEC guy. Go ahead, Ralph.
I'm not sure I completely understand.
Really?
Yeah. So you're talking about how they lay out their schedule. That's correct?
No, I'm talking about the playoff format.
Oh, the playoff. Okay. Well, that makes more sense now.
Yes.
Yes. And you want my opinion?
Yes,
but
I do.
if I don't, I just don't have one.
Really?
I really don't at the moment. I don't. I guess I've zoned out.
Wow. I wanted
Randy, I'm zoned out. It's been a long week and I'm zoning.
Go
I
ahead,
get
Triple
that.
H.
I get that.
Finish your coverage of
no disrespect. I just don't.
why all the SEC teams should be in the playoffs.
I'm just going to say whatever you want to do. I want to go the other way.
Okay. All right.
No. I think we're giving these two teams. Are these the two teams that are going to decide this?
Yeah, the
The
two conferences.
two conferences?
The SEC and Big Ten are
Because
going
they
to
control
decide this.
everything right now.
They control everything. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So my point in being,
I'm going to probably go Big Ten because I'm a Big Ten guy now.
oh,
And I'm going to
SC,
do whatever they want to do.
they want to do the 4-4-2-2-1-1 format.
I'm going to go Big Ten because I'm Big Ten.
But I think weirdly, the Big 12 agrees with the SEC,
No one cares the Big 12 thinks.
which is really odd.
But no one cares about Big 12.
It plays a little bit of a factor.
Those teams don't matter.
Play all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. It's SEC and Big Ten.
He's baiting me because he knows that
I'm totally
I'm an
baiting
ASU
you, and
fan.
I'm
He's
waiting
baiting
for
me.
you. It's a big
And
time
it-
baiting
it's
you.
not, it's
All
not
right,
going to
Randy.
work, Ralph.
You're
threw a
not
brisket
take
at
the
you.
bait.
It's not going to
Oh,
run. It's
you
not
did
I
gonna
threw
throw
a
a
big brisket
brisket.
on a hook at you. I'm waiting for you to bite.
Through a big brisket. Yeah.
What did you say? I'm sorry, Triple H. What did you say?
My goodness. Well,
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No,
I didn't
it's
wanna hear
okay.
you.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
Wow.
I'm used to it. To conclude, the SEC wants the 5-11 format because more SEC teams will get in. The
That's
Big
right.
Ten wants the 4-4-2-2-1-1 format because probably more Big Ten teams would get in. Because once you get to 16 teams, and this is why I was never in support of the playoff to begin, expanded playoff to begin with, is once you get to 16 teams, you're just going to let people are like, oh, they're going to bring a lot of parity. No. You're going to let an onslaught of SEC teams, 9-3, possibly even 8-4 SEC teams get in, and 9-3 Big Ten teams get in.
Why? Because of strength of record?
Strength of schedule,
they're-
because they're honestly, because they are a lot of the 16 best teams.
So you're saying no Big 12 teams will get in?
Some will, but very
Why
few.
wouldn't you just go to 20? I like 20.
Why would you expand?
Because
Why would
we
you
look-
expand even more? You're just
because we look at-
devaluing
we
the
look-
regular season.
We look at the 20. No, we're not. Because
Yes,
of the
you
way
are.
the history of it has been wrong anyway. We're just taking too few teams.
Look at Ohio State and Michigan this year. Michigan
Uh-huh.
beat them on the road. Ohio State loses that game. They should
Well,
be eliminated.
Here's the
Done.
problem. If
They
we
go
could-
in and win a national championship.
The problem is the way we rank these teams.
Okay.
It's true, though, because if you look at the way we rank, there's total bias to the South.
Oh, this is something I disagree with.
Oh, no, of course you do.
I disagree with.
Of course you do.
Yeah. This is after what happened
Absolutely you
after what
do.
happened last year with Bama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina not getting in.
But
last
again,
year?
just because their name is Bama doesn't mean they get to be better ranked. You could have Bama at number 1. They can get their butts kicked by a team that's unranked, and they'll move down 2 spots.
Who did SMU beat last year?
I have
to
no
get in?
idea.
Who did they beat? They didn't have any key wins. Probably
No,
Louisville.
I'm not
is who they
arguing
had.
that, but I'm saying
Yeah.
is it's there's a bias to the South. They're not treated the same like everybody else, and that's a fact. We know that.
What makes
the
you say
rankings?
that?
The rankings treat them differently. When they take a loss, that loss does not have the weight that it does for other teams. If a team from the West Coast takes a loss, I can give you examples of FC being ranked 1 or 2, taking a loss from a ranked team and falling farther than Alabama would if they lost to an unranked team. Happened all the time.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
always that East Coast Southern bias. There's always been there.
Yeah,
you
that
lived
loss
it,
against
you lived it, so you didn't care because you thought it was great.
Yeah, that loss against Maryland was a really good loss. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just saying, Randy, am I wrong?
No, he's not wrong.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's not wrong.
No.
He's
Fourth
not wrong.
dimension, am I wrong?
That's because the SEC just has
No,
it
it's-
recruits at a
it's
different
overflated,
recruits at
yes.
a vastly different level than anyone else.
Not anymore.
That is so not
Not
true.
anymore.
Okay, Mississippi State just had the 15th best recruiting
Not
class.
now. Who had
last
the number
year.
1 recruiting class
Had the
last year?
30 or the 32nd.
Who had the number 1 recruiting class?
Hold
last
up, hold up. Let me explain. Mississippi
me
State
explain.
had the
USC did.
33rd best recruiting class last year.
Uh-huh.
That would have been 15th in the SEC. That would have
Mhm.
been 6th in the Big 10 and 1st in the Big 12. And they
Mhm.
were 15th in the SEC. It's just
Uh-huh.
recruiting is just different.
You're comparing the SEC.
Coaches
to the
are
Big
just
12?
vastly different.
The
And the Big 10,
is-
I just compared it to the Big 10.
because the Big 12
I just
deflated.
did. The Big
Okay.
12's what?
The deflated.
Deflated.
It's
They're
not
not
what it-
deflated.
it's not what it was.
Hey,
No,
hey,
come on,
hey,
it's
hey.
not
They're
what
not
it
deflated.
was.
The Big 12's a good conference. It's not
No,
what it
it's
was.
not.
It's not what it
anymore.
was.
It's a weak conference now.
It's a good fun conference.
Okay, it's a
There's
good
a lot of
fun-
good teams.
She's
After
got
what
a
Arizona
great
State did with
personality,
Texas,
Randy.
it's a good team.
Just don't look at her.
All right.
That's what you just said.
All right. Okay.
All right, I tell you what, we have to pick this up next time because right now
I can go all day on this.
It's time for us to take care of on this date in Big George's sports history. Back in 1993, Detroit's Cecil Fielder becomes the third player in history to homer onto the left field roof at Tiger Stadium. Doing so in the Tigers' 11-5 loss to the Rangers, Harmon Killebrew and Frank Howard are the only other players to accomplish this feat. Back to you, Randy. Thank you, Big George.
Cecil was a beast.
Cecil, it was. He had a different sound to his bat. And when he would barrel the ball up, it was absolutely, there was no doubt it was leaving the stadium.
Yep.
So you can count that. Thanks, Big George, for that. 888-368-1580. Harris is biased here, is what Firefarter says.
Thank you.
And the expanded playoffs have not watered down the regular season. If anything, it's made the regular season more important because more games affect who make it into the playoffs, adding more tension. Harris is wrong. Ralph is right here.
Thank you.
Look what Ohio State did last year, losing to Oregon and going on the road and losing to Michigan, who, by the way, was their first road win, or at home. Losing to Michigan was their first road win of the season. That should be enough to get you out. You have no right to compete for a national championship after that happened. But you know what? Because the regular season doesn't matter as much, they got a chance to compete for a national championship.
The Beeve says, what about Alabama getting smoked by Oklahoma and losing to Vandy? What about that?
What about Alabama beating Georgia?
What about
that? Makes it better?
What about Yeah, it does.
Why does that make it better?
Who did SMU beat?
You got beat by Vandy.
Vandy's not a bad team.
Oh my gosh.
Vandy was not a bad team last year. No, they
bias.
beat Virginia Tech. They were not a bad team last year.
You're the problem with college football.
Oh my!
People like you are the problem with college football.
Vandy was not bad last year. I was just saying, like it wasn't a bad win or bad loss at all. Vandy won 6 games, made a bowl.
The moist one says, look what Ohio State did, destroying Tennessee.
Oh, I know.
The Beeb says Ohio State got raped at Oregon. Wow, that's a
very
colorful
vulgar
world.
language. Yeah,
wow.
No.
Let's see here. Firefarter says Harris. Oh no, we already read that one. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Why does it keep doing? Okay, here we go. LA Kid says Ralph is right. Harris is wrong. Of course, Harris would follow what the SEC wants to do.
You've been discovered here, buddy. They figured you out.
Big George says, "Thanks, Randy." Well, you're welcome, Big George.
I just follow recruiting.
You're welcome,
that's all,
my friend.
That's all.
It's
they do. USC does, but lately they have not been recruiting well outside of this year. It's been ugly.
They're top 10 every year.
No, they were not. They were 18th last year.
You guys need to shut off the mics and keep arguing because it's time for us to go. And I've got to go find Miss Kim and have something to eat. And you all need to get something to eat. Even you, Harris. You're looking a little peckish, I must say. Thanks for being here, Fourth Dimension. Monday, Jeffrey returns to his post here. And then Ralph, thanks for being here. We appreciate you taking time out of your
join us Saturday.
Saturday, it's the Weekend Warriors at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. 10 to noon.
All right. This has been the Daily Blender here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Up next over most of these same radio stations, it's what again? Where?
Woohoo! Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known